What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How are we? Give me a second here. I just got to get it sold the Twitch streams because I was fiddling about with some restream settings for the chat, and I've disconnected Twitch at the moment. So give me a moment while I'll just set that up, and we'll get things started. But how are we doing today, guys? How are we doing? Hope everybody's doing good. So we're going to finish off Walk in the Dust today, and then we're just going to do some bits and pieces on Endfield. Really, I was thinking about starting Epic 7 today, but we'll see. We'll see how the stream goes, and we'll see we'll see how long we're live for, should I say? Even because I want to start chapter 13 tomorrow. I want to get it started tomorrow, chat. I want to get into it. I don't know why this playlist is not auto playing. What's going on there? I don't know. Okay. All right. Cool. Whatever. But yeah, I want to get chapter 13 started tomorrow. That's the plan. Yeah, that is the plan. Hold on a second. Thinking of making some teriyaki. Ooh, I'll have a bit of teriyaki. Never say no to a bit of teriyaki. How we doing now, chat? How are we? Yo, Ken, what's going on? Baku, welcome to the stream. Flix, how's it going? Ends, Dracnus, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Yo, Duck, what's going on? You expecting 3 hours of Saint Yap today? Nah, not today, I'm afraid. Not today. We're just gonna once I've got this Twitch stream live, we're just gonna get into it today. We're just gaming, man. We're just gaming today. So it'll probably be pretty quiet. Where is the RTMP link on fucking Twitch now, man? Okay, I got it. I got seats, chat. I got seats. Give me a second. What you lot been up to today, anyway, man? You all good? How is everybody? 2 secs. I am nearly there, lads. We're nearly there. Let me just send that to myself. He started replaying Pokemon Scarlet. Ooh. Gaming only, that's what. Yeah, I don't think there's anything worth even chatting about today, even like gacha game-wise. Is there really? There's nothing going on, is there? There's nothing exciting going on. Obviously, we've got the Endfield stream in a couple of days, which I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, there's really not much going on, is there, boys? There is really not. Fuck off. Well, my email trolling me. My email is trolling me, chat. All right, let me get that slapped into OBS. Okay, that should be good now. Okay, we should be able to start the Twitch stream. I think it's... Is it going? Is it live? It's live. Fuck it, we do it live. All right, sorry about that. I just wanted to get that sorted. I do apologise. It just, oh, that's why I was running late. I've been messing around with stuff, and it was just like, fuck, let's just get live, and we'll do it once we started. Professional streamer here, right? Professional streamer. All right, let's see what chat's saying, man. Sorry, we're playing Pokemon Scarlet. Did you get your... Nah, dude. I'm going to update my driver again today. Reverse 1999. Well, 1999 will just not work. It won't work. It just will not work. Like, boot it up. I get about 30 seconds if I'm lucky. I manage to click through like 1 or 2 things and just locks up. Just locks up, not responding. Every single time. I've uninstalled it. I've tried verifying all the files and everything. I've tried launching as an admin. I've cleared it off and reinstalled it. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not too sure. I've been reading the new Nikkei event and it's so fire. Oh, really? I'm a bundle of nerves, but otherwise fine. We'll be better once off work. Oh, why are you a bundle of nerves, man? I hope you feel better later anyway. Oh, yeah, while dreading your AI executive presentation at work. Oh, okay. Perfect stream while I'm grinding Genshin. You dirty Hoyoshil. Look at this guy. He plays Genshin. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Shame him. Shame this man. Boo this man. Boo this man. Boo this man. I was struggling to play Arknights on my emulator the other day and had to reboot my computer for some reason. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to just reinstall Reverse on emulator. I'm playing it through Steam. I don't know. I just don't know. I just genuinely don't know what's going on with it. It's, since this new patch dropped, I tried to play, because obviously they're giving loads of freebies away, aren't they? So I was like, you know what? Alright, let's do it. I want freebies. It won't work. It just won't work. Can Endfield players really shame Genshills? Yo, Canis, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Can Endfield players really shame Genshills? Don't know why. What do you mean about Endfield players? What you saying? What you saying, Baku? What you saying about us Hyperglazers? What you saying about us Endfield players? It's a matter of time before you come against shit to two. You know what though? I do genuinely want to jump back onto Genshin. I'm not gonna lie. We all know Freezy's only certified Hoyo Shilling Aerospace Duck Club doesn't have a license. Have you got a license to play this game? Have you got a license to play this game, sir? I don't know if you have. I don't know if you fit the bill. I don't know if you fit the bill, bucko. What you lot been up to today, though, man? Day been treating you well, has he? Has the day been treating you well? So yeah, that's the plan anyway. I wanted to get live a little bit earlier today, but it just didn't happen. Just had stuff to sort out, man. It's just, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. So tomorrow, plan to get live at like normal time that we usually do. So around about 12 o'clock. So 5 hours earlier than what we are today. And then we'll start chapter 13, lock in, get a good bunch of that done, and then yeah, I think we'll bash a bit of chapter 13. And maybe we do try out. So I'm kind of torn because I do want to get back into Limbus as well. I've been saying that I'm going to do it for ages, right? So do we do some Limbus? Because my sister and my brother-in-law aren't coming around tomorrow, but they want us to go around there. But I'm like kind of torn whether I can be arsed, if I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm that guy. It's alright if you come around here. No, I don't really want to come around. We'll see. So if I don't, then we'll do an evening stream as well. And we could do some Limbusi or some Epic 7. Actually, chapter 13 in 2026. Yeah, we're gonna lock in there. And then once you got that, we got chapter 13, Babel, and then we just carry on. We just carry on. You know what I mean? Yo, just to catch what's going on, buddy. Welcome to the stream. You know you want to come back to Genshin. I've decided to just bundle all the scatter players into one derogatory term, gamblers. It's true. True. I just think losers is a great term for us all, right? You know? Just embrace it, accept it. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? We're nerds. You know? I've been cleaning up the entire house, took care of the dish pile, and now I'm thinking of making some teriyaki. Teriyaki does sound nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I've just, I ain't really done much today. I had some bits and pieces to do, but I ain't really done much. You know, just been chilling with Rosie a little bit as well. Like, she looks like she's got a golf ball in her mouth still at the minute. Like, the last time she had it done, she didn't get any swelling really at all this time. She had major swelling, man. Like, it's not so, it doesn't stick out so far today as it did yesterday. It seems to have, like, it seems to be covering more of the side of her face. Like, she's like she got mumps, really. So she's a bit tender today, but yeah, we're back to normal next week. I like Limbus, but I'm far too dumb for the combat system. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a bit rough going back to it because I'm a little bit rusty because I only did Canto 1. I think I remember the gist of it, but we'll see. Yes, the Warframe term for its players, losers. Thank you, Digital Extremes. Oh no, I hope she'll be. Yeah, she'll be all right. It's just that her wisdom teeth were impacted. Like, they've been causing her issues for a while, giving her like headaches and stuff. And The ones on the right side just kept causing her to have like gun pain. And like, she had those out, came out fine. But the ones on the left side, because they're like so close and the way they're impacted and turned, like they're really close to the nerve. So like they had to leave a bit of the root in because they didn't want to get too close to the nerve. But like, she said that they was really having to yank to get it out, and it's just left her feeling a bit tender, more than the last time anyway, at least. No, wait, registered losers, certified losers. Yeah, we got to have some sort of paperwork, right? You know, it's at that point. Yeah, man, nothing's going on in the gacha space, is it today, boys? I haven't seen anything anyway. What's gacha gaming saying? Nah, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing interesting. I've still been meaning to dive into. Let me switch things. I'll still be meaning to dive into this snowbreak situation. I kind of want to learn what the hell is going on and what's caused it, because it's a fascinating situation, right? A gacha game that seems to have temporarily EOS'd, but like, not because of money flow, at least it seems like that, but because of issues. But I don't quite know the issues. As I say, I wasn't too privy to everything that was going on. But I'm actually really interested now, because it's a fascinating situation, I think. So I do plan to like try and spend a day and look into that and maybe make a video on it, because even though I haven't played the game for a while, I actually quite like Snowbreak, right? I was saying for ages, it's one of the reasons why I was excited for DNA, because of it being like this third-person shooter, and I was like, I just love like, for me, I would like a good gacha game in the guise of something like The Division, right? You know, a third-person, you know, urban shooter with like good mechanics, high polish, high production, and just like solid gunplay. And like, you know, Snowbreak was like high production, polish wasn't exactly its thing, and its production quality wasn't like insane, right? You know. But like, you know, it gave me that kind of it scratched that itch. So yeah, I'm interested. It started with SB having a collab with the Chinese. Yeah, I saw that. But there was prior to that as well. There was some like VA issues that happened as well. From what I understand, somebody reported them to the CCP. Like I saw Snowbreak skin where they barely even cover a character nipple. Yeah, it went full gooner mode, right? I don't know if they flew too close to the sun, but they can't have done. It can't be just about the goon and stuff, right? Surely, because look at brown dust. You know. Then again, where is brown dust from? Where's brown dust developed? Where's it developed and published from? How does one temporary EOS is the real question here. Well, you turn the servers off and say they're coming back. I suppose until they come back, it's end of service, right? If they come back, then we can say, well, it was temporary. But we'll have to wait and see. It might be permanent, right? It might actually be permanent. Who knows? Have you heard of Fake Trigger? I have. Hasn't that been delayed? Wasn't that supposed to be, like, out by now? Which one's that one now? Is that the one that was, like, a battle royale, if I remember right? I remember one being, like, a battle royale. It had, like, hero... it was like a hero shooter battle royale, right, if I remember right. I'm sure that's that one, right? I'm sure that one. Yo, Neo, what's going on, dude? Welcome. Snowbreak just had to shut down while they go through censoring everything. Do you reckon that's what it is? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think there's too much meat to it. But it's not that they didn't actually say that, though, did they? They said there's huge amounts of data to go through. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's more to it. There's got to be more to it than that. It's got to be. Goon too close to the sun. Goonie Games in CN is walking a thin rope. One wrong step and you get caught. Well, it is that, definitely. And I think as well, CN, like any country, right, is who, you know, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. And especially in a country like China, it can definitely help, right, with who you know, even more than probably maybe in a Western country, actually, because it can go straight to the top table, in essence, can't it, with a pretty straight line. The most horrendous goon happened, hand-holding. Oh, dude. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of a dude called Tex Plays. He makes, like, funny trolling videos, like, where he'll be on, like, Call of Duty, like, doing different voices and stuff. Like, where he does Devontae and, like, anime kids and stuff like that. Like, he's funny, man. Watch it. He started playing Valorant yesterday, I think. And it's funny, you know, when we talk about hand-holding. Obviously, he was just chatting to stream, and he was laughing about it. Like, he was raging at the same time. But he couldn't figure out how to get through the tutorial on Valorant at the start of the game. Like, dude was, I think he was on it for like an hour, like, whiling out. Actually whiling out. Dude's funny as fuck, though, man. Brown just recently had to censor in some countries. Actually, they wanted to censor the entire game, but players royalty, so they actually did regionally. And that's the best way to do it as well, isn't it? I know it takes a lot more work, but I think that's the best way to do it, man. Depends on how important it is to the player base, right? Because, of course, at the end of the day, if you can just have one shoe that fits every single foot, one size that fits all, right? Obviously, that's better for the developers, but, you know, sometimes it depends on what's important to each region, right? And I'm definitely down for teams taking that extra step if they can afford to do it to, you know, keep the game as uncensored as possible, really, right? Now, of course, there's limits, and I'm sure we all, you know, understand what the limits are, legality and stuff, like, right? Well, I am the type of person that, like, you know, if these games are Gooner games, they're Gooner games. Like I said, I'm not necessarily really interested in Gooner games for the sake of Gooner games. Don't get me wrong, I like some sexy characters, right? But, you know, even though I can enjoy a bit of Snowbreak, some of the stuff's like, to me, I'm just like, alright, this is a bit cringe, do you know? Because, like, for me, I'm gonna goon, man. I'm gonna go all in. I don't want to do it while I'm gaming. You know? I'm gonna goon. How have I been? I've been very good, thank you, dude. Very good. Didn't train at the gym today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Been having some good gym sessions, man. Been having some good gym sessions, sorry. Been going for more actual walks with Rosie, touching grass a bit more as well. Been doing a lot more cardio as well. Trying to cut down a bit of weight now, actually. Trying to slim down a little bit, you know what I mean? Silver and Blood had a similar issue, where the US server was or is still down. Oh, is that true? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Canis. I actually didn't know that. I played a little bit of Silver and Blood when it came out. Last time I played that was just round about, you know, when they had that issue where, like, on that one banner, it didn't matter how much you pulled, you just got the on banner character. You just got like SSR units, like 100% drop rate or something. Arknights a Gooner game because it is full of hand holding. In most countries, more about who you don't know, don't want the regulators to know of your game. Oh, for sure, flying under the regulators' radar. They usually catch up in the end, though, don't they? Goon game. Yo, what's up, Dandy? I just want some grizzled old man with beards in my gachas. Reverse 1999 for the... I'm talking about Reverse 1999. I'm so angry I can't play it. I'm actually genuinely angry. Genuinely angry. Oh, as well, guys, I put up a video as well earlier. It was just to make a reaction, really, because I was super impressed with that. Oh, I actually decided to go out and try and start trimming some of the boss medals as well. I've only done Radan at the minute. I trimmed him. It took me a couple of tries, actually. I kept getting, like, round 133. 133, sorry, because it's 120 seconds. You have to do it in, yeah. Kept doing it around 133, but I think on, like, the 4th, 5th try, I did get it. I did have some cooking stuff on, though, so a little bit boost. Like, my stuff's not fully leveled up either, anyway, but I did it with Rossi, Wolfguard, Chen, and Enmin. I just need to do the other ones now. Is it the same time for all of them? I think they're going to take me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, man. I honestly don't have the rotation efficiency, I think, in Endfield yet to do to those sort of super short times on some of the other bosses. I'm not going to lie. I'm honestly not going to lie. Shame my head picks is a closet gooner. True streamers goon while streaming and get banned for it. Do a DSP, yeah? Get my full goon on before the stream starts, yeah? Oh, the camera's on the whole time, eh? Hello. I have one issue where my streamer hasn't started E7 yet. I almost put it in the title that we E7 today, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to put it in the title if we don't get round to it, because obviously we want to finish. Oh, main aim today, finish Walk in the Dust, which shouldn't take long, right? We've got a couple of nodes left. It should take a couple of hours max, I think, right? So we should be done with that. Get a little bit of Endfield stuff cleared up. And then I think tomorrow, 13. If I don't go round my sisters, maybe we do some E7 tomorrow night. Maybe do some Limbus over the weekend. Hopefully make a sees your video glazing in a gameplay. But Dan's got a shorter time for stream. Oh, I was thinking that. Like, I thought that, like, after I did it, it's like, I haven't really paid much attention to bothering doing that. I still haven't done. I forgot the name now. You know, the boss where Tata gets done. I forgot the name of that one. Like, I don't even think I've got to the fourth final stage of that. Yeah, I cleared it when I cleared it. I think I went back to it once, twice, maybe. Yeah, I thought that with Radon. Like, I cleared that. I was like, okay. First couple of times, and then I looked at the medal, and I was like, okay, I'm like 13 seconds off. That's doable. Let's just tidy things up a little bit. But then I was like, I've got to do the others in 120 seconds as well. That seems... that's tight. But yeah, well, with him, it's just the dude don't fucking move either, does he really? So you just wail on him, doesn't he? And his first phase, he just dies. Well, his first phase is so quick, isn't he? Yeah, and like with the Angloid that flies around, the second one, that's got like, what, 3 stages as well. So I was thinking that, I was like... when I first saw that, I was like, if they're all 120, ain't no way I'm doing them in 120. So that's good to... What's the times on the other ones then? What's the times on the other ones then? Easy. Yo, not Momo, what's going on? Welcome. I was watching when Maggie did her training. It was mad impressive how dedicated. Yeah, killed he. Hey, babe. Yeah, it was really impressive. I was genuinely impressed with it. Like, you know, like, don't get me wrong. I do want to get on my trims, and I like Endfield enough to the degree that I like Arknights, where I do... Like, it's not like a PvP sense of like, oh my god, I've got to get better. I need to be like, you know, I want to be first or second player in the lobby as much as I can, kind of thing. But I do actually want to be like much more efficient with my units. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of like getting as much out of them as I can. But yeah, that like the animation cancels and being like, right, I've got an extra 2/3 of a second out there, or I've eked out 2% more damage. It's not for me. It's just not for me. But I respect it though. I genuinely respect it. With the right setup, you won't see the right second stage. Okay. What do you mean by that? Explain, Cannies, explain. Rolls is here, yeah. I think it was 240 for the Tragless and 300. Oh, okay then. That's definitely a lot more doable then. Okay then. Yeah, I should be good then. I think. I jumped on the second one today. I only had one run, and I was on a storming run, really good actually. And then fucking, I misplayed and got Rossi killed, and I was like, you know what? Thinking about it, yeah, if it's 240, yeah, I think I can do that. You burst him so hard he never changes phases. That sounds kind of sus. I need to see that. I might have to have a look at the video. Has anybody got a link to a video of that? I need to see that shit. I want to see him getting burst hard. I'm down. I'm down. What's brought you to the stream anyway, Rosie? You never come into stream. What you doing? What you after? What do you want? Eh? Where do you want taking? What do you want fetching? Or you gonna want a bit of food? I think I'm gonna get what it's called now. Is it Castle Labs? So I can start amalgamating all my chats together instead of using the restream thing. I mean that way you just kill him in the rotation. Yeah, Bob Dragless and Angamore 240 ran you is 200. Okay. Yeah. All right then. Yeah. See because like I say, I haven't bothered looking at the trimming for them. He's on him with the umbral and that. Like I say, like I said before about being a sweat. But like, I looked at that, I was like, 120. I was like, dude, I don't think I can do the others in 120, even if I sweat my tits off, honestly. As I say, because once you've trimmed it, you don't see what your time is, do you? Or can you look somewhere to see what your actual time is? Because obviously up until you get the trim, you can see how much you did, because it'll say like, 133 of 120, like, you know what I mean, like 120-133 or something, right? So I wanted to look at how much under, because my last 2 runs, because I wasn't sure if I'd done it, so it was on like my 4th or my 5th try, like that felt really quick, you know. So I'm kind of curious to see how much under the 120 I was. Trying to catch you talking smack. There's one with Abby Wenner back then. Don't know how many there are now though. Need to play that game together soon. Yes, yeah, Rosie, we do. The floating rock is worse. I don't think there is a timer. I think I know what your issue. Dumbbell raises. True. I think if my lats was a bit thicker and a bit juicier, we'd have it right? Bloody fish. We'd have it. We'd have it. Hello, bruv. What's up, Skybird? What up, bucko? How's it going, dude? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think that's what we do then. We finish off a work in the dust today. Because we're close. And then I think we hop on in to a bit of Endfield, yeah. A bit of Endfield. That's the plan. Somebody send me a really quick clear to I'm curious, I want to watch it, to the Angloy, if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate that. Somebody send me a good ass clear, if you don't mind. Slap it in React Smash, man. You'd be a legend. Or a channel I can look at that's got a really quick one. Am I hyped for the 1.2? I am, actually. I am. What? Because I saw Easy's post as well earlier. I was thinking, like, why do they keep showing off that tower? Like, what is the significance of that? Or is it just, it's like, you know, a new map POI, and they're like, yeah, we want to show you this. Because they keep showing us this tower, don't they? Like, you know, at the door of the tower, is there a portal there? Am I tripping? Is that like some entrance to some kind of protocol space or something? Or am I just blind? It's the Tower of Adversity! No! Dude, it'd be kind of cool if it was like the tower in Zenly Zone Zero, though. But no, please no. I better not catch you doing quick swap and using WSD while trimming medals. Yeah, true. Yep. I'll try not to. I'll tell you what, though, man. You know, there's people out here, right? Just imagine, some people, right, do VTubing. They're a little bit nervous to be on camera, right? You know, they don't want to, maybe it's not just nerves, they don't want to dox themselves. Maybe they've got a really professional job. Man, you can't even be a hand cam streamer now, or a hand cam creator in the gacha space, because your hands get roasted. Actually, wild, man. Actually, wild. You should do some leg curls with that thickness. If you're interested in LH Adventure, it's pretty much shown in the reclamation algorithm. Okay. Fuck Elliot, to be fair, honestly. Fuck that guy. No, I'm jokes. Yeah, actually, yeah. Have a look at React Smash. What if you have to defend the tower? I don't know. I'll just send you a 3 video on Soil Clear. Is it Soil or Seal? P0 last right, Tang. 8 second. Where the fuck, man? Bro. What the fuck? 8 seconds. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, chat. Can't be. I can't be this washed. Surely. There's no way I'm this washed. Let me make it so you guys can see this. What in God's name is this? Easy. P0 last right plus Tang 8 second Radan kill. No character potential world record. Okay. Let's have a look. I feel like I need last right, man. I haven't got her on the account, man. We need to get more pulls in, man. We need last right. We need her. Wait, where's the rest? Okay. Rewinding. Okay. Bro, what the fuck? This is crazy. I need... Hold up. Why is bro just chilling there like that? What's going on there? Why is bro just chilling there like that though? Okay, I've lost chat. I've got chat in here. Cool. Playing last right is a nuke button. Yeah, last right seems to do some insane damage, yeah. Right? It baffles me. I'm like, I just don't understand. Food and crit fishing me things. Definitely got to be some crit fishing. And obviously, if this has got no food buffs, that's just, this is insane. Jesus. Man, I feel like this is still ridiculous if bro's hacking. But like, so he's definitely got food buffs and stuff. But like, it's more just like, how do you get bro to be like that? Am I stupid or something? But I don't get it. How'd you get bro in this position? To just be standing there like that for you to just run over it, bro? Oh, his team looks fun, but then got all them, bro. I'm having too much fun with my Rossi physical team. Yeah. I've really been enjoying physical full stop. Like I like running my Pog team with to be fair, rotating a few units and Chen and Enmin and Li Feng. I'm liking Rossi with Rossi, Wolfguard, Chen, Enmin. Even switching out Enmin or Chen for like Pog. Switching out Wolfguard. I even was trying a little bit of Tang in there as well for a bit. Like, and definitely something there. Like with Rossi, there is that definite variety, right? It feels like you can, you know, really play around with the right. It's a bug. Yeah, I've never like seen that. Like you see the restart thing there, right? That's at the end of the fight, yeah. Then it's like, I'm like, I don't know how they managed to do this. Interesting. Is that like some cheese that you can get dude to just stand there and you can just rush over, like beat on him? I'm interested. Here we go. This is what I want to see. So obviously I've got Radance, like, you know, I don't need to do 8 seconds. I don't need to do 8 seconds, but I'm curious to see what you can do here. Okay, food buffs, makes sense. Makes sense. Camembert cheese. Camembert cheese is good, you know. This is my favourite team. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? It's a lot of fun. So I need to build my Depan as well, because Depan is really a good boss killer, right? He's definitely better when it comes to like single targets, when you can really use him to his advantage. Okay, that's That's actually smart. I've never bothered doing that when I've fought this. I've only fought this a couple of times, though. I've never bothered doing that. So that's a little bit of efficiency of like just running straight under so you can get straight into wailing on him. You know? I never used food buffs. I completely forgot that. To be fair, until I wanted to trim the middle today, I haven't used them. I've never used them, but I did 2 runs and I think the closest I got, I was at like 185. And I was like, dude, I'm a minute off here. I don't know, maybe I could probably do it without the food buffs if I'm honest. But I was like, I'm miles off. I need to get some food buffs here. But it was, you know, obviously mainly tightening my rotation up a little bit. But yeah, I used them today for the first time. But I think I've used them before, but just never actually using them in content, if that makes sense. You know, just looking, oh, I've got a food item, let me use it, but not actually needed it. That makes sense. I love his pan animation, man. You notice the difference? Yeah, see, like, my Wolf Guards, like, when I've been using Burla, she's, like, level 60. My Wolf Guard, I think, is level 80. I can't even remember if I've got gold gear on, brother. I think I might. Weapon's not done. I ain't even got a single essence in the game that's fully etched at the minute. Actually, tell a lie. No, I don't think I have, actually. No, I was going to say, have I got Pogger and Chicks fully etched? But I haven't. No. I haven't even fully artisted a single character's entire gear either. You know what I mean? Like, some partially done and some essences almost there. But yeah, man. So, like, I've still got plenty of damage to come out of, like, a lot of my teams, like, and a lot of my units, you know what I mean? I've really just been trying to work on actually tightening things up a little bit. So I must admit, I think watching Mike yesterday, like, don't get me wrong, I've got no desire to be a sweat, right, in this game. Like, I haven't, because gacha games are not that for me, you know what I mean? But like Arknights, obviously, I want to clear the game E1. You know, that's my main aim. Get through everything E1. If we could do that, I'll be happy, and then we could just start playing around with the game. And I'm really happy where we've got to in Arknights, where we're at and what we've done. But yeah, I do actually, you know, I want to be more, like, because I was kind of the same with Wua. When we were first coming out, I wanted to be good at the game. And then, like, after, like, 2 or 3 months, I was like, yeah, all right, okay, this game is not that for me. It felt like it was going to be that. But then I quickly caught on to, all right, okay, I see where things are going, really. And I'm not really that interested in sweating and becoming the most optimal player I can possibly be. And I'm not even at that point on Endfield, but I do want to be better. I do want to have better clears, if I'm honest. I do. Because it's fun. It's actually fun. Because I think what it is, I just think the combat in this game, personally, I enjoy it more than I do Wua. And I know a lot of people will be like, whoa. Because, like, Wuthering Waves has really good combat. It does. It has really good action combat. But I'm not even getting to it. All right. Yeah, I think Rossi's skills are mastered apart from my trust skills. Whoa, Endfield has really bad combat. Disagree, I do. I disagree. I don't think it has bad combat. I find his combat really fun. Okay, that's what fucking Hog's really good for that phase of the fight, yeah, when you've got the little fucking the little lads on field as well, like. First, I hated the comment in Arknights until I got Gilberta and she opened so many more playstyles in Endfield. Yeah, I hate the ads feel phase in this. Does me head in. I get it's part of the fight, but you know, when it comes to, like, the couple of times I tried it out, I was just like, okay. Actually, yeah, it was twice or 3 times. Tried a couple of times, I think. I think I did anyway. I had at least one good run. Yeah, and obviously just from fighting before, I'm just like, yeah, in terms of like trying to do it quickly, it's an annoying phase of the fight, right? In itself, it's not bad, but then when it comes to actually wanting to do it quick, it's fuck off. Yeah, it's really good in it, Canis. I've been trying to get Sundered Prince for my Ember to make full stagger builds. I need to build my Ember, actually. I really do. I really need to build my electric teammate as well, because it looks like, I think, what it is, electric, right? Which was clear enough from what we saw her in the game, Zhuang. But she's going to be Electro, right? So I need to be getting her, because I want a 6-star Electro to add into my team. Yeah, I think now I know that the time on this, because I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna run earlier that I lost Rossi on. I feel like it might have been, well, it felt like it was on course to be as quick, if not quicker than this. So, but in my head, I was like, I think that's why I got caught out, because I was on the edge, living on the edge a little bit, because I was like, I failed this. If it's 120, I'm out of it. It's done. You know? But if it's 240, then yeah, I think we got that. But am I tripping? Is that a portal there? Is this a portal here? Is it? Is this a protocol space entrance or something? Or is it, am I just blind? Gilbert's ability to group enemies just made enemies combat so much more fun. I like that about, obviously it's not the same, but I like that with Pog as well. With his it looks portally. It does, doesn't it? It does look portally. It looks like it's going to take us somewhere. Now, maybe it's just part of the story, and like maybe it is just part of the wall, but it doesn't look as tall as the wall, does he? In terms of the you know, the wall that's surrounding Wu Ling. It looks a lot less tall and a lot less thick, but at the same time, maybe it's just how the picture's taken, maybe. I don't know. I was saying in Discord, what if it's where the IS mode is? Dude, that'd be insane. That'd be insane. Because they keep showing it off, right? They showed it off in the... I mean, didn't they show it off in the stream as well? I feel like they've showed it off a couple of times. It seems like, you know, it definitely seems to be like a thing that they want to make sure that we're taking note of. You know, they could show so many different images, but it just seems an odd one to keep showing. And as I say, I do look at it though, and I'm like, please don't be Tower of Adversity. Please don't be Tower of Adversity. Please don't be Tower of Adversity. You know? Then that looks more like a normal gate to me. Do you reckon? What do you think? What's going on here then? Bro, this looks like a Stargate. You know? Looks a bit like a Stargate. But square. Let's get you excited for 1.2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a fog gate. Oh, you reckon there's a big badass boss in there, DM? Is that what you're thinking? Careful, Russ was flaming people who thought this tower was the endgame mode. In the stream, they just tease a story in a new factory facility. Okay, did they not show this off? I feel like they've showed it off somewhere else. All right. I feel like they have. Am I just imagining things? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe it's just maybe Ardashir is about to pop out of there like, what up? What up? You know? I think you can see that tower from the top of the tallest watermill. Can ya? Can ya? Okay. Interesting. I might have to have a look at that in a bit then. We might have to have a look at that in a bit there, Simon. Looks more like something in the centre of the tower. I don't know, it's hard to say, right? Oh, that looks portally to me. I feel like if I go in there, I'm going to get sucked off somewhere to another place. I don't know. For me, the Umbral Monument is already a tower event with a lot of QOL. At the end of the day, it's the same principle. A few stages every month where you get some pulls. Well, yeah, pretty much, isn't it? Really. I do prefer it over Tower. I do definitely prefer it over Tower because well, at least at the minute, it's a lot less character specific, a lot less time specific, and it's more based around figure out how to combat the mechanic, right? Just give me playable Neferif and I'll be happy. Sorry, I lost internet for a few minutes. No worries, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back. Looks like a Soulsborne. Looks, yeah, kind of, sort of, right? My buddy just sent me a werewolf and a Godzilla figurine. Oh, nice. Based, buddy. The good ones. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to have a look in game where you see this because I don't think I've ever noticed this, man. I don't think I've ever noticed this. After 2 full pitties, this is gonna hurt. Oh, having to get to 120. Is that what he's saying? Oh, this looks like trouble prepared to see Wuling go down with the blight. Do you think they'd ever do that? Do you think they'd do that? Imagine if Wuling got destroyed. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? That'd actually be kind of cool. You know, if they was willing to do that. I don't think they would, though, right? I don't think they would. That'd be dope, though, if they did. That would actually be kind of cool. Yeah, okay. Put in the server the conundrum of feedback versus outrage. What's this? Oh, Moose has made a video as well, hasn't he? We might have to check out Moose's video, chat. Maybe not now, like. You're able to do like 20 Umbral Monuments and get a tons of leveling mats. Umbra's pretty much customizing counters instead of just already existing enemy pumped of HP and resistance. Well, yeah, true, yeah. That is true. Yeah. Especially with, like, you know, the bird dudes, the fucking, what's it, the bull dude as well, specifically, right? You know, they're, yeah. Yeah, good points, actually. Good points. All right, let's watch this video from Ricardo then, shall we? Put it in the survey. The conundrum of feedback versus outrage. I'm curious, because apparently Endfield has too many surveys. Because when you do a lot of surveys, it means the game's end of servicing. God forbid they get feedback, right? Why would they want feedback? It means they're fucked up, right? No, why would they want to hear what the player has to say, chat? I don't know. These guys don't know what they're doing, I don't think. I don't think they know what they're doing, chat. Why would they ask us, right? Right? Doesn't make sense.
Today's topic of discussion is one that I began thinking about after the most recent
This vid might be a little bit too... Oh, okay.
Endfield, a survey which I had rushed to complete as fast as possible with no regard for my answers, simply wishing to claim my ore barrel and be on my way. Player feedback surveys have always been regarded as an opportunity for online communities within a gacha game to collectively come forth and push to present a problem within their game of choice.
Out of all the Umbrals, this is probably the easiest one by far, right? Don't you reckon? This one was super easy to do, this bird one. Like, super easy. Like, I think I did it the second time. It was just easy. Because, like, I think the first time I just got caught in the fog and I was a little bit late to try and grab one of what's in the series. I got lost a teammate. I was just like, right, start again. But yeah, I found this one super easy. You know, I think the hardest one for me, it's not that it was the hardest, it's just that I wasn't really putting out enough damage, and that was the dude right now where you have to remove his stacks before he drops a combustion. And like I say, it wasn't that he was difficult, it was just that I wasn't putting out enough damage. But obviously I've done that now. But the 2 flamethrower dudes for me, I think that felt the hardest, but not because it felt like good design. It just was annoying. It was really annoying, that was. Now, it was easily countered, like, especially with, like, Chen and Enmin was just super easy to deal with. Well, in terms of the mechanic, but it just, I don't know, it was one of them where it just felt like they threw the kitchen sink at it. Do you know? It felt like they threw the kitchen sink at it, like, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of this. Not a massive fan of this one. Level 61 is always easy, you know. No, I'm talking about the, you know, when you're doing the fucking agonies, like, out of all of them, I think this one was the easiest.
as one the development team should be aware of and either respond to or resolve as early as possible. Though of course, surveys are not the only form of voicing opinions, as I'm sure everyone is aware of, or even familiar with at this point, as simply racing to the most convenient social media page or gacha sub-community remains the most easily accessible and most popular approach in the event that a pre-existing feature, new addition, or general game health warrants discussion, or even public push.
I think Twitter and Reddit's probably usually the first point of call, and then like YouTube, right, for like seeing what content creators have got to say. It also needs a lot of player with the same sentiment if those are going to change something. People out here think just because there was a survey, things will change. Oh, for sure, yeah. Ricardo captured my reason for why I stopped doing surveys and just uninstalled the F.
Back.
Right.
Lately, however, I've been noticing an increase in people urging others to stop complaining constantly on social media about a gacha game and to send their concerns to the development teams directly through the...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that when people say that, especially as a content creator, right? And to anybody really. Now, of course, it's a good idea to put it in the survey, but like, let's not pretend developers in the gaming space don't look at what people are saying, because a vast proportion probably don't interact with surveys, you know? And at the end of the day, especially as a normal person just voicing your opinions, right? If I talk about, like, because like sometimes people will comment on videos, why are you even talking about this subject? It's like, well, I make YouTube videos. What do you want to do? Write it in my fucking diary? You know? You want to write it in my diary? Of course. You know, it's something I'm going to have a conversation about. It's connected to the game. Let's just talk about it. I think too many people think that when you're actually, like, you know, having a conversation about something, they think, oh, you're just moaning, man. You're just moaning, which sometimes, you know, might be having a little moan. What's wrong with that? You know, it doesn't mean you hate the game. Too many people have got to stop that. But, you know, I think it's totally fair to get on Reddit, get on Twitter, get in the comment section of a YouTube video, or go into a chat on a live stream and voice your opinions, or make a video, you know? But it's definitely a good idea as well to put in both. There's nothing wrong with doing both. I say both. Do both.
Occasionally posted surveys, or even through the dedicated feedback pages. My focus today is actually on squashing this idea that there is any real difference between constructive feedback through the appropriate channels when compared to pure, unfettered online vitriol. Here's what you...
I think it all depends on the scale, right? I think if they get a specific form of feedback through surveys and it's massive and it's in a consistent form and it's generated in a huge number, I think they're going to take note. The same way, I think if they continually see conversations going on Bilibili, Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, I think they're probably going to take note, right? Of course, some stuff's always going to maybe not get through so much because everybody's going to have a different view of what they want to see change. But I think the big things that a lot of people are repeatedly saying, I think like anything, right? They're going to take note of the things that they go, okay, we've seen that multiple times. Maybe that's something to look at, right? Because this is a common complaint, right?
You have to understand about the many unappealing or even hated design decisions within any one gacha game. Addressing and fixing these issues would be regarded as a positive PR move for the game in question and its respective company.
Yeah, as much as I hate the phrase devs listen for its misuse to create positive and negative emotional manipulation, it's nonetheless a real thing among the public sentiment. Yeah, and look, man, sometimes it's true, right? You know, I never really got why people get so mad about the whole devs listen thing. Like, I never take it too serious, right?
Which in turn will strengthen the resolve of the player's commitment to keeping up with the game. Gacha developers know exactly what their players want from them. When an official survey comes out with questions and multiple choice answers that address the exact problem players are having, they've just communicated to the survey participants that they themselves know what players take issue with. The problem, however, is that gacha games are designed with the intent to make players engage with them on a daily basis due to...
I think sometimes there is definitely ticking boxes questions, and I think sometimes they're that know it's an issue and it's probably not going to change. You know, you definitely do see those questions where it's like they ask a particular question. It's like, why are you asking this? Because this isn't going to change, right? You know, especially when it typically is around something to do with the gacha or something like that. It's like, this isn't going to change. But I don't know, like, again, as somebody who's not a game developer, maybe it pushes forward decisions to be made in other ways where they're like, you know, this is compounding with something else where, okay, changes like that not happening to the gacha system, but maybe we get more rewards through this other system, or I don't know. But, you know, like a lot of it is kind of like slop questions in a lot of surveys, right?
Live service nature.
And this isn't specific to any game. A lot of them do it right. A lot of them do it.
Their business and development structures, and improvements that objectively benefit players are simply one form of maintaining their commitment alongside content updates and new characters. In other words, they are bargaining chips that the development teams.
And I fully believe they read all of the feedback more to see where the audience is consensus with the complaints. Yeah. I think that's typically, I agree with that. I think they look at, like, you know, what's the thing that keeps popping up and how big of a problem is it, right? Because let's not pretend that when it comes to a lot of games, at the end of the day, they're selling a product, right? If they can continue to sell a product, and if there's something in that might not necessarily be great for everybody, but it encourages either retention or replayability or profit even, right? And those lead to profit as well, because there's a reason why retention is so important to games, because it generally does lead to profit, and it's good for reports as well, quarterly reports as well. If they know there's not enough issue taken with it, and it's something that can get away with not changing, that of course they will, right? So it is important. Like, it's what I say, man. It's always important to voice your opinions on stuff, because sometimes as well, for me, the reason why social media is important for surveys, it can start the conversation that can get other people kind of unified to make it a consistent consensus, right? You know, a video goes viral about a particular thing, and then another bunch of people are like, oh, actually, yeah, that does piss me off. I'm making sure I'll put that in the next survey. And from that video, another 5,000 people add that to their survey as well. That's a good thing, right? To me, that's a great thing.
Are 100% aware of the demand.
Social media can sometimes be kind of like a focus for the feedback for surveys as well, can't it?
That the aforementioned content updates and new characters aren't enough to hold.
Use X highly requested change. It speaks more about how poorly the game is doing at that current point in time. You could make this case for every live service game, but gacha games in particular are very guilty of this.
Players' attention. If there's a change that's widely agreed upon in a community that just hasn't been implemented yet, it's because the game's current success greatly outweighs the negative sentiment.
Yeah,
and they
it's
can
pretty
hold
much what I was
these
saying.
improvements in their back pocket for later, almost like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
True.
The problem has nothing to do with how or where the negative critique is being delivered. Surveys and feedback will, of course, be more constructive and polite about it when compared to the average social media comment. But let's not pretend for a second like these companies don't have a pulse on the average player.
Yeah, but like,
especially,
you know, some people are not polite in the surveys as well. Like, I've seen some people doing their surveys, particularly usually for non-specific games, usually every other game apart from one, doing the actual opposite. You know, like insulting the devs and stuff within the survey. And I would imagine sometimes that's, I wouldn't be surprised if they've got stuff to flag stuff like that where it just goes straight into some spam bin and they don't look at it.
When every single one of these companies go out of their way to promote social media interaction, and the games themselves cater to.
Really? Do you reckon it? I don't know. Maybe Ken.
The lowest common denominator in numerous ways. Why did Honkai Star Rail implement a story skip feature in version 3 when Genshin Impact still doesn't have one to this very day? It's because version 3 of Honkai Star Rail received an overwhelming amount of negative criticism and players quitting due to its poor story pacing and presentation, to where the HSR team felt pressured into adding a skip feature as a form of damage control that couldn't be cushioned by Amphorius or its limited banner characters. The massive negative backlash surrounding Girls Frontline 2's implementation of a skin gacha ultimately didn't do much beyond slight adjustments to the free pull income and a brief delay before releasing additional gacha skins when the heat eventually died down.
That's what a lot of companies tend to do, right? They just wait for things to get quiet on the Western front and I'm like, yo, go again? go again, you know?
This would suggest that GFL2's success post-swimsuit Klukai was enough to weather the storm. Comparatively, Snowbreak Containment Zone could not say the same when they had to ditch their older, more predatory banner systems as well as 90% of the woman's clothing to avoid end of service. Zenless Zone Zero held onto their original gameplay loop with the Hollow Deep Dive system from as far back as early beta testing all the way to the game's launch, and only abandoning it wholesale when it started to pose a problem for the game's success. Now a relic.
Maybe, like, again, I'm not exactly in the know more recently when it comes to Zenless, but one thing I do feel with Zenless, I think they, and I'm not like trying to be like naive here, because of course I agree with some of these sentiments in regards, you know, companies only listen when they need to. And that usually means it's potentially going to affect the bottom line, right? They don't usually do stuff out of the goodness of their heart, right? Even when it seems like they're doing that, it's for money. But it always seems like Zenless has been really, really kind of fluid since launch though, right? So it's like, it never really feels like it's a massive cave for me. Because it's like, that from day dot, it feels like they've been a company or a subdivision of the company, a development team that seems to have been given quite a lot of room to maneuver. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like that game seems to have more flexibility than most other major gacha titles, really, when it comes to like a lot of its systems and the way they handle the game. But you know, and that's might be down to the fact that out of Hoyo's big three, if you will, it's like the weakest performing one, but it's still prints cash that a lot of games would desperately love to have, right? Yeah, it always feels like it's been a really flexible title. It's easy to just exist the testing ground for Hoyo, I think. Maybe, you know, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they do use some of the titles in that regard. And these companies are definitely testing stuff, right? For sure. They're definitely testing stuff all the time to see what can be implemented elsewhere and what they can get away with and stuff as well. TV mode was on the way since 1.1. Apparently they were working on removing it since release.
Of a bygone era with several means in which a player can reap the rewards of without ever interacting with the content. Wuthering Waves' performance problems continue to be an ever-present issue with the game.
I look at companies in as objective way as I possibly can as well, right? Just because a company does something because the bottom line's affected, I still think, you know, it's not like I go, well, they're only doing that because of money. I know they am, but like at the same time, at least they're doing it as well. That's the way I look at it, right? And it's not like I'm like, oh, thank you, developers. But it's like some companies will refuse to that till the dying day because they either argue that it can't be done or they can't see the forethought of it actually potentially being a U-turn moment for them. You know what I mean? To actually get themselves out of where they are at the same time also. I think a lot of the problem, like say, with a lot of people that comes down to a lot of gacha titles as well is that people get, even though in parasocial is usually with the being, people get parasocial with corporate entities, don't they?
Gets properly addressed because the fiercely loyal community have opted to instead double down and cannibalize their own community. Had the game's success declined in a similar fashion to, say, Monster Hunter Wilds, for example, I'm confident Kuro Games would have taken
that game turned out right
seriously.
Never ended up playing it.
I would be foolish not to mention Genshin Impact's changes to its weapon banner system following the infamous Staff of Homa situation with Tectone, as well as the massive Chinese community outrage that resulted in the buffing of Zhongli. Every single example I've mentioned above is an instance of a gacha game deciding to, or deciding not to, make changes based off of situations that were or continue to be pain points within these communities. Every single one of these situations had nothing to do with the format in which feedback was presented to the companies, and everything to do with the financial loss or financial gain surrounding them.
Oh, for sure. I also do think, though, like, without the feedback, they're going to struggle to determine what is the pain point, right? Of course, they've got their systems on the back end that they can, look at retention rates and when things are added into the game and what happens to retention when certain things have been implemented. But just because, like, right, I don't know, a new mode comes out or whatever, or a new part of the game gets added, or this new system gets added, and then they see retention go down, correlation, it's not always correlated, right? It's not always the cause. And that's why feedback is still important for them, even if it does come down to them doing it on a pain point that can potentially be connected to financial. It's still kind of important, right? Because if they're getting no information back and then they're starting to see retention drop and they can only go off the metrics on the back end, they can only kind of guess then, and then that leads them to kind of taking shots in the dark and not actually fixing things. So I do think feedback still does have some worth to it in that regard, like, right, getting it in, because even if it only ever gets implemented upon the company being at that point, it's still allowed them to look at it with a more, informed point of view, right? Rather than just going, well, we've seen retention dropping and we're assuming it's this, but now they've got this feedback to say, well, actually, it seems like a lot of people are not really liking this, so we can make a bit more of an educational change or an educational guess now, can't we?
Gacha Company isn't going to just suddenly address a common pain point with their game just because it was done so through their heavily curated or even automated official channels. They will address said pain points in the event that they need to keep players from gradually departing from their game, or even in the
That's like any business, right? End of the day. It's like any business in it. They're the same in whatever walk of life you're going into. Whether it's a sale in the shop you go to, whether it's a 2-for-1, whatever it is, right? It's all done because, right, this is the bottom line. It's never, well, the customer's going to be really nice about us. And even if it is about that, that's once again word of mouth again, right? It all just comes back to the almighty dollar, doesn't it? That's all it comes back to. And I think we just have to get over that when it comes to games. I think it's because we're so passionate about games. We think like, well, this would be just better for us, so surely they should just change it, right? And it's just the way of the world, right? It's just the way of the world. Unless it's going to benefit them, most of the time it's just not going to happen, is it? And sometimes, especially with live service games, you just have to like pick and choose your battles, right? If it impacts your fun to the point where it really takes away from the experience, it's when it's best to just hop away, right? You can't expect everything to change as you wish. And I'm not saying that's what Ricardo's saying here. I know he's talking specifically more about the vehicles of feedback and how they're not necessarily designed to gather the true, genuine wants of the player. It's more for like when they need to in the future, they've got this info here as well, and they do curate it as well to focus on specific things as well. Well, usually it's a lot, as he says, it's a lot more curated than rather than just here's a blank slate, give us your feedback. But at the same time as well, they need to, don't they? There needs to be some multiple choice as well, because then there'd just be so much data for them to sift through and to break down, wouldn't there?
Most extreme.
And some people would just be rambling on for ages about the most insignificant things as well, right?
Cases in order to save face. If you're someone who genuinely thinks that not enough people,
I'm going to stall for another 30. I was going to get on it after this.
I want you to consider just how many players have convinced themselves through potentially years of surveys and feedback submissions they have done just how little their voice actually matters to shaping a game's development. Because at the end of the day, if nothing is going to change either way, at least social media is a faster means to speak your mind that is positively reinforced through camaraderie and clout.
Yeah. Open questions can't be exactly easy. Yeah, agree. And you'd be at a point then the company would be spending so much time and effort and money on that side of it that it'd just end up costs a balloon, everything would get slowed down. It's just inefficient, isn't it? But yeah, as I've said before, I am always of the opinion that social media matters, content creation matters for not only voicing opinions, but being a focal point for opinions, for people to come together, reiterate their viewpoints, and to get it out there. Change can be made if enough people do speak about it, right? whether that has to be, it has to come to the point of a pain point for the company first or not, right? But I think it's a perfectly valid thing. And I always reject that statement when people are like, bro, why are you even talking about this? Just put it in the survey. It's like, well, how's it better to do both? How's it better to do both, right? You know? How's it better to do both? Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Yo, Reldon, what's up, dude? Why did he implement a lot of QOL from feedback from players too? Same with Endfield so far. We did. Yeah, like, I think, you know, it just depends on the impact on the game and what that means. Because at the end of the day, if a company can get away without having to work on something which costs them money, they'll get away with it, right? It all depends on retention, right? And, you know, obviously, QOLs add to retention as well. At the end of the day, it all comes back to money, right? And I don't even... What it is, right? They're trying to make money, you know? I think too many times we say, like, that idea, like you say, of assuming malice. It's like, it's not malicious for a company to want to make money. It's exactly why they're in business, right? Exactly why they're in business. Gonna make a pot roast in the time, pick stalling. Well, I'll have you know, I've been live for... How long have I been live? I've been live for... Man, I've been live an hour. Shit, I better get on the game. Dude, what the fuck? I have got a problem with yapping, man. Holy shit. No wonder we're only starting chapter 13 tomorrow. I got a fucking problem, bro. I'm like, yo, I've been live for like 35 minutes. I've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, man. What the fuck? He's dismissing surveys as nothing but and since I rarely listen to them. Let's get that up. Bet the game up again. Sorry. Made a pot roast in an instant pot in less time. Understandable, really. You're doing Calcit's event and picked it up for habits. Yeah, I think that's where it will come from, actually. Playing this game. Picked it up from Calcit. Maybe saw him for 3 hours the other day. That's a Sunday roast special. Hey, look, man. I'm doing the gacha retention system. It's the gacha retention system, man. So you start playing games, you know. Everyone goes. It's like you gotta get the logins out first, man.
Welcome home, Doctor.
Yo, what's up, Cass? I just discovered something. Never regret quitting Genshin. You can make money from that game. What? Doing what? Making videos. Or what? Just prepping your yapping for a walk in the dust, right? Let's sit down for a bit. Let's chill. Oh, what you want about? What, through like the user-generated content? Or kind of like Roblox style or something? Peak OST and we're not even in the event yet. True. Let me quickly do my friends thing. I've been slacking recently with my logins on AK, man, I really have. E1 playing using E2 art for background. I've got to get some E2 in somewhere, right? I've got to be allowed to dabble. You know, taste the fruits, you know? Taste the rainbow, if you will. In for an intense boss fight, am I? See, it's probably going to slap me because, like, I've been kind of just steamrolling this event. Because, obviously, one, we haven't been playing much Arknights recently. But, like, obviously, this is a kind of, in terms of, like, damage received and damage, the enemy's ability to take damage is quite low. And I don't get to do that often. So like, I have kind of just been switch off steamrolling the content. So I probably might get a rude awakening if I can't do that in this event, honestly, at the end, because I've kind of been in a unga bunga mode throughout this event, where typically, usually, obviously, you've seen me when I'm playing this game, most of the time I'm having to really engage in mechanics, aren't I? Where even like sometimes chatter's like, dude, shit, I didn't even engage that. I just did this or I just did that. But typically I have to, you know, I have to actually engage with those systems because I just don't have the DPS right. Where for this event, I actually have had the damage, man. So it's been quite nice. It's been quite nice actually. Been able to unga bunga it. Now to unga bunga it, which is rare for me. I think you're ready to graduate. Oh yes, yeah, I do need to start doing some integrated strategies. I really do. I think once we've done this, we'll lock into chapter 13 and we do a couple of streams where we do some IS. Because massive part of the game. And it's part, although I've experienced a very small amount of it, I loved what I had a go at as well. So it's like, you know, don't know why I ain't got round to it. Enfield like kind of came out at the worst time for me. Because it's really like messed up my progress in Arknights. It really has. But I do want to start locking in now. That's why I want to, once we've finished walking the dust today, try and clear up a bit more of my busy work in Endfield, and then really start trying to lock into Arknights now. Steamborn cashed out $2,000 last month. I can't make that amount in a year. What the fuck was he doing? Doing what though? Break it down for me. Break it down for me, Cass. Break it down for me. I'm unsure as how this money's being made. Like, is it through user-generated content? Unga bunga makes you lose skill. Look, oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Not playing the game makes you lose skill as well. Like, 13's probably going to slap me about a little bit. We'll get back into it. We'll get back into it. Oh, this is where you can bring in your big guns at E2 and still have that same challenge you felt and enjoy with the gameplay. Yeah, yeah. That's why I can catch up, man. I can really start dabbling in some of that because it's like with CC stuff as well. I really want to be able to get involved with that stuff because at E1 I just can't really. I know some people might be able to, but I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm just not that guy. Oh, okay. A little bit more open here. I feel like I might need some more range units here. Ah, fuck it. We'll use it. We'll use this team. We'll see what it goes. Is 2K month even special? Well, no, but I think Cassie's I think he's probably talking in terms of like doing bits of editing and stuff, yeah. Okay, so it's kind of like what Roblox and Fortnite do, yeah. Hey, yo, I don't think $2 a month's anything to turn your nose up at, especially if it's just extra income on top of what you're doing for just fucking around on a video game, right? Why is this screen so washed out? I ain't got no filters on, man. No, lads, I had to, like, I'm not even talking about it. I'm not even talking about it. That YouTube chat takes ages to load. Yeah. HDR. It's not HDR. It's fucking not HDR. Who's merely has to regulate it to just follow the Xbox Roblox formula? I ain't got a clue, ain't. I'll put your shilling so people wouldn't call him a paid shill. Why is it extra income? I can make a living off 2K a month where I live. What? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Depending on where you are. Yeah, dude. Surely. Like, man, I remember back in the day, probably changed a bit now. I was working in this one place and there's a lad from Lithuania and a lad from Estonia. I can't remember which one said it. But like, he was saying the money that we earned a week, he could live on that back home. It was like, because it's a little bit more than, or a little bit less than what I was getting a month back home. You know what I mean? And I was blown away, but I was like, holy shit, that's insane, man. Victoria Border Autonomous Region, County of Taiwan, Vincent Manor. It's a great city. All Victorians should find time to pay a visit and gaze upon its magnificence. So you are saying our respectable dukes have not yet arrived at a conclusion? The fucking dukes, yeah, they're anything but respectable, bucko. Yeah, that is correct. They haven't yet. For a long time being, Londinium is still a city without a master. So at this point, shit hasn't, like, shit, there's machinations obviously going on. But Londinium hadn't been usurped by then, right? It was more like 4 or 5 years, right? Maybe a bit longer from current day. Like, it wasn't at that point 13 years ago, right? I'm sure stuff was starting to happen, right? But 13 years ago, Londinium might have been in a precarious situation. Like, it wasn't being... you know, it wasn't being infiltrated. Like, the Sarkas, like, I'm like 99.9% sure weren't there, right? But, like, I'm assuming, you know, stuff was happening, if you will. Stuff was happening, you know? Obviously, there would have been legalists in terms of bro was dead, right? But like, we hadn't got to that point. He hadn't tipped over the head, right? Over the edge, sorry. The Sarkas are not even united at this point. Ever heard of financial vacation? You go to a third world country which you do everything you can't afford in the UK and then come back. Well, yeah, but man, there's a reason why people go to Turkey, right? For the turkey teeth and the fucking hair transplants and stuff, right? Bro, people do that in the UK. It's called fucking health tourism. They meant to, like, it's one of the things that used to happen when we was in the EU. People had travelled to the UK to get fucking free healthcare, man, and then fuck off home. The king should be dead already, but Sarkas haven't arrived. 1K a month for me, it's enough for all expenses and still have like 25% left for yourself. Man, I fucking wish I could live like that in the UK. Damn. It's messed up, innit? This is before the events of Babel, Arknights, Theresis isn't even in charge yet. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to learn about that in Babel, right? Okay, okay. Londinium is still a city without a master. So I take it you had the fortune and privilege to tour Londinium with the Duke of Normandy. Alas, the Duke is forbidden from entering Londinium by law. Of course, he is a fine gentleman, so he would never be so presumptuous as to invite himself in. So he instead enjoyed our dinner on a ship together in the Londinium countryside. He's not by law, he's not allowed to come in. Why? What kind of a hero is the Duke? Well, he's the most gracious and erudite of nobles. His views in economics and politics are unique and unparalleled. Not only that, but my understanding is that he's well trained in music and possesses an impressive art collection, testament to his respect for the arts. You want about Arknights' memoir? I remember a dentist I worked with had a client from Canada who come to get his teeth fixed. Yeah, people do that, like, not so much to get the teeth fixed. Like, people get to Turkey to get them, you know, the turkey teeth, where they look like fucking, you know, blocks of fucking pure white fucking carbon in the mouth. It look ridiculous sometimes. And I think over there as well, they do that where they like to foil your teeth back and like just pour them on, right? So they can be really damaging as well and cause issues later on, don't they? So now Greg Dichette, he's I think he's Canadian, but I think he lives in America. He's just gone to Turkey to get his hair transplant done. It is because of heroes like him that Victoria remains prosperous as ever. Despite not having a ruler for the past dozen or so years, Victoria has managed to maintain its stability. Okay, so yeah, because it was about 20 odd years ago, wasn't it? Was it like 20 to 25 years ago when it happened, when the king popped his clogs, yeah? But the truth is that the dukes were getting in each other's way behind the scenes, and that's not all. If so, many Victorian nobles actually fell victim to food poisoning and hunting accidents. Oh, a boating accident, right, yeah? I lost all my Bitcoin on a boating accident, then the country's noble rule would have crumbled to dust long ago. And 3 years ago, your father nearly experienced that firsthand. What? Oh yeah, it was because... I'm a bit rusty now exactly why there wasn't somebody else put into power straight away. Yes, his leg is actually injured. There is a noble who is an academic enemy of my father. They were at a cocktail party together and he made his move after the party. It must have been well disguised if it was thought to be an accident. My father had a few leads, but he didn't want his affair to get in the way of relaying intelligence. How many of Thompson's men are in this manner right now? Yeah, but like, it just, I'm just surprised that, you know, another, as close as, ended up in power. I suppose that's where what caused it, yeah, all the machinations and the vying for power, I suppose, kind of like balance out. But yeah, throughout history, typically, if there's a death, right, there's usually somebody with the biggest claim to the throne then would, you know, make that claim, right? And then people would either fall into line or you'd have a civil war, right? A lot of them, such as the ones you were talking to earlier, they also paid my father's villa a visit before tonight's party. But I suppose that's what comes a bit later. It's just surprising it took so long. Richard was quite critical of your father just now. Ah, I suppose he spoke much of it from his heart. He has had quite the rivalry with my father the past several years. Yet they still assemble around Thompson. Your father is a good leader. Not without your guidance, Lady Calcit. Who could have thought back then that the Laterano cleric who came to visit Victoria would become our most trusted mentor? Our goals are one and the same. Calcit, they will get out of this unscathed. We will get out of this unscathed. We will get out of this unscathed. Will we? Heidi, you need to look around with your own eyes. If you truly wish to step into this world, then you cannot allow civilization's facades blind you anymore. You need to see this world yourself. Comforting words are meaningless. Do you think they'll ever get this skin? Why has this not been a skin? Why is Butler Calcit not been... Well, it's not really a butler, is it? Why is, formal dinnerware, handsome Calcit never been a skin? You will grow up one day. Now, unpleasant as it may be, I must say, I heard a rumour from the lesser nobles and ruffians. My, did they upset you? Right, as you can see, it was the Duke's graciousness that forged the peace and prosperity enjoyed by our country today. Oh, okay, we're going to get some explanation of that. However, and this is something that even the traitors in Colombia are aware of, we also cannot deny that it's been a long time since Victoria has seen a rival ruler ascend its throne. Okay. And what of it? Does that not go to show we are becoming ever more powerful through our own means? You are correct, Richard. There was also this opinion. It was naive and absurd. There was this crowd of men there, each with their own goals. I asked if Victoria truly needed a new ruler. They all said Uncle Vincent's too much of a coward. We're near the border, but we are being so complacent, not making any progress. This is our chance to fight for our rights, yet all Uncle Vincent knows to do is throw parties in the manor. Even this trip to Londinium, it hardly achieved any meaningful results. This isn't your father's opinion. Thompson is not so foolish as to let radical atmosphere get to his head. That's how the adults always complain to my father. No foolish nobles would ever receive an audience with a real duke. Do you think that the Duke of Normandy really didn't intimidate Vincent with any harsh demands? He's like, why specifically was the Duke of Normandy by law not allowed to enter Londinium then? Is it because dude's too powerful? Like, when did that law become a thing? Is it always, or is it specifically when that Duke was in? Like, was he seen too much of a threat? So, bro, it was like, bro, you ain't allowed in here, you know. Make Calcit a priority. Power balance things, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Torren is near the border, and there are a few people here. In other words, this place is not under the influence of any major forces. Uncle Vincent. This nobleman may seem uninterested in anything except celebrating this false peace with music and shows, but he's actually doing his best to uphold Torrent's peace. That's despite the peace here is fragile and easily broken. His arrogance and temperance are just at the right level to hide his thoughts well, and those who actually understand his true intentions are few and far between. Thompson would never place so much trust on a count severely lacking in courage, insight, and judgment. They may seem like they are heading down different paths, but these paths will lead them to the same direct destination. It's nice to hear you say so. Calcit, are you not going to look at your mail? From Londinium to Tehran. These letters have made it halfway across Victoria. How many hands has this letter passed through? And how many of them know the whole truth of these events? She's always got to add that little bit in, right? She's always got to add, you know, she's always got to add a little, little yap statements on top of like, oh yeah, I got the mail. How many hands have these passed through? How many people looked upon the address and thought, there are lots. Workers, newsboys, popcorn hawkers, park gardeners, they knew nothing of the letter's contents. They didn't even know who these words ultimately belonged to. But now this letter has made it to Thompson and now me. There is nothing to worry about. I see. But what about the other one? The one from Casdell? It was handed straight to Thompson by a Sarkaz messenger. I told him how to contact Thompson himself, but if things had gone according to plan, he would have handed this straight to me. Yeah. When that Sarkaz made it to Victoria, Father did not know how the Sarkaz honour their hero's death. So all we could do was cremate his body according to our traditions and scatter his ashes in the nomadic city's waterways. Oh, is that the traditions of Victoria then? I can't tell you his real name, but at the very least, he died a messenger, and I will bring his story back to his homeland. He won't be forgotten. Oh, okay, that was... Okay, so we've seen the connections with the fucking Sarkaz already to these guys, to Victoria then, yeah. So stuff was getting kind of like put into place, right? Surely? Or is that... I need to know more. Calcit, is this how you treat everyone? Why do you ask? No, I was just thinking. Achoo. Oh, pardon me. How unbecoming of me. The snow is getting heavier. Let's head back inside. Don't think the messenger is involved with the main story events. Yeah, I suppose as well, like, would Calcit really be like a vehicle to pass something on like that could potentially lead to, unless it was necessary, you know, in the grander scheme of things? So I'm sure there's potentially things that happened or will happen that Calcit was privy to happening, but probably let happen anyway. Because obviously she's got a lot more understanding than most people. Damn, Calcit do look can be masculine as hell, right? I will pay Thompson a visit once his party's over. I'm sure Father will be happy. Should I perhaps hold your arm? That way no one will be suspicious of us. If you think that is necessary. Okay. You're so much taller than me. You haven't grown at all, Heidi. Take a look outside, Calcit. The snow is so heavy. I haven't seen this much snow in a very long time. You are right. A snowstorm is coming. Heidi ponders to herself just how many clouds are needed to shed so many snowflakes. The white snow is scattering in all directions, gyrating into the sky as the wind blows past. Where the pale yellow lights cannot illuminate has been shrouded in a thick mist that covers the entire city. The night sky tonight is without stars and moonlight. The black tidal wave is beginning to crash upon the beaches. Hiss, huff. Pixel gets such a nice moment when it all unfolds and clicks into place. Yeah, I did read Dark Knight's memoir. A Babel will give the same answers for most parts. Calcit. Black snow. Huh? I'm not seeing any. Heidi, tell everyone to keep the party venue under control. I need about an hour's time. Don't let anyone near the garden. I can do that. But what's going on with you all of a sudden? We've got company. What? We may be on the border, but this manor belongs to a Victorian count who would... Heidi, if I don't come back to the manor, you and your father need to keep this secret. Do not dig any deeper into this. But this is a warning as well as an order. Be safe. To the north of Sami and Ursus, and to the south of Sargon, those lands yet untrodden by man. Whether the demons and monsters that dwell there are normal creatures is yet unknown, but they are far older than any country we know. Humans have fought them for a long time. Indeed, this is a proposition worthy of further notice. Until now, humans can now be the masters of their own countries. Ancient Sargon king and the powerful Keshigs hit it off right away, and the Knights Mora's Kargan strove to conquer all lands unexplored by civilization. The results were impressive. No non-human threat ever set foot in Sargon territory ever again. Sami has used countless witchcrafts and sacrifices to create their snow priest, and one generation after another, the sorceries lost themselves as they battled the enemies from beyond their borders. And Ursus, you deployed the strongest elites to simply tear them to shreds. Wendigos in heavy armor or veteran warcasters. And the Empire's ambitions are without limit. Your kind did not merely tear them to shreds. You used the shreds of power left behind by those non-humans. What? Show yourself. The will of Ursus drove you here. You are far underestimating Victoria's might. The aura of demons lingers in your footsteps. Have you ever given any thought to where your responsibility lies? Your mind can't already be taken by the demons, Royal Guard. As the figure steps out into the light, the unilluminated darkness surrounding it begins to quiver. What's this motherfucker doing here? I can smell fear in you, traitor. It took you a while to find me. If it wasn't for the uprising and its aftermath, I would have come to lay down your punishment long ago. The imbeciles allowed you to escape. This has been an embarrassment, and they have already been executed for their incompetence. Damn. To be fair though, after what happened, you know, kind of expected. So I should remind you again, the snowstorm here can bury entire cities. They cannot erase the footsteps of a royal guard. Bro, like these dudes just have so much aura, right? You are in Victoria. And there stands the manor of a Victorian count, not 100 meters behind me. Do you understand the consequences of your actions? Consequences? Your threat is weak and empty. Wherever I stand, the earth beneath me belongs to the empire of Ursus. Damn. Bro, you're talking shit, mate. You're in Victoria now. Watch what you're fucking saying, bucko. Watch what you're fucking saying. You never had the right to address me, traitor. Not before the word demon left your lips. Soon I will beat out of you how you came to know this secret. Your understanding of the demons does not grant you your dialogue. You murdered an Ursus Grand Duke, and you know about Darky's secrets. What is the Darky's secrets then? When he says they're a demon, like, what do they mean? Your countless crimes are worthy of 1,000 deaths. Why did someone say bucko? No. 40k vibes for sure. Genuinely peak design across all fiction. They have such a presence. They are fucking dope, yeah. They are. It seems we won't be convincing each other for the moment. Though, that applies only to your evaluation of the situation on hand. Beast, bare your fangs. You can't fool me. Monta. Oh shit. Monster, do not underestimate him. That's a sick image. It's kind of dope. Go, monster. He's no normal human. You hid a device here in the garden? No, a creature. You know of the demons, and you have a monster serving you. One that Ursus' vast knowledge is yet unaware of. Perhaps your crimes have yet far exceeded my expectations. Or perhaps I managed to make an impression on a royal guard. I won't deny it, traitor. But you have my curiosity. What drove you to betray our homeland? No. Perhaps my investigations did not fully uncover your entire past. And it looks like that is indeed the case. Unlike the criminals who escaped as Sammy, it appears that you still have a trick up your sleeve. Do not get the wrong idea. It is hardly a difficult matter to kill you. I suppose it's why you are staining this area around us. You needn't concern yourself. I know what I am doing. Monster. Oh no. I did not expect it to be this hard. Pause. If your own flesh and blood is also as hardened, then indeed it makes you a formidable foe. Monster, come back. Don't chase after him. Avoid the black mist. That's not mist at all. This is far beyond the normal realm of Originum arts. It looks like it has really been too long since I last dealt with the Emperor's Blade. You and your men have made remarkable progress. What the fuck? You know this much about our secrets? Even the most senior Ursus scientists would never be allowed to meddle in the Royal Guard's ancient ritual. Ancient rituals, yes. Only the ceremonies of your crazed self-proclaimed spiritual leaders could adorn your kind with your demons. You're a survivor of the Valley of the Setting Sun. What was that to do with the... What was it, the 6th Army? Cut monsters' cheeks! They're using pieces from the north to gain power from them. Yeah, but like... Are they just imbued with that power, or do they have, you know, a more of an actual presence within them? You know what I'm saying? The Empire's will is always focused and unswerving, yet your goals seem to stay from your motherland. At the very least, you are not that young. You should not be fighting me, Royal Guard. Both you and I know that the job I finished was one that you and your men should have done yourselves, but never did. Don't be mistaken about where that right lies, traitor. You do not represent deity Grifferberg's laws and prestige. If you truly witnessed the whole uprising, Royal Guard, then you should understand this more than anyone. The Empire's rise and fall has never been truly affected by dignity and honor. Let me ask you this, then. Did the last Emperor ever truly look down on Victoria from the bottom of his heart? Perhaps I do not give you enough credit, traitor. I will give you one last chance. Reveal your secrets and I will grant you a dignified death. Alas, given this death would have nothing to do with my own conviction, dignity was never on the table. I'm just like, yeah! As the fear in the air heightens, the Royal Guard draws his blade. He's about to execute Ursus's will. Oh, we fighting this motherfucker. Whenever a certain percentage of HP is lost, unleashes permanent terrain effect Dominion. Cast Art's Collapsing Fear, instantly defeating... What? Permanent terrain effect Dominion. Let's bro on some domain expansion or some shit. Instantly defeating. What does that mean? Am I cooked? Whenever a certain percentage of HP is lost, unleashes permanent terrain effect Dominion. Cast Art's Collapsing Fear. His range attacks when not blocked gains greatly increased attack when HP drops into half. Yeah, I don't even know how to tackle this, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh. He's cooked. Oh my days.
They only remember my blade.
Can I eke out a little bit more out of her?
No one knows my name.
I need to get these guys blocked up. No, not really. Oh my days, buddy. I've got a little fucking shield up at the minute. Oh, fuck. I want the timing. Shit. Fuck, I've still got the wrong skill on you, man. Okay, I'm about to get cooked. I don't want to be in that, do I? I don't want to be in that small. That don't look good. I feel like that's problematic. I really should try and get them blocked up, shouldn't I?
So long as you're here, have some fun.
Oh my days, bro. Okay, okay, okay. This as well. Fuck me, dude. Oh! Oh no! Bunko. What's gonna happen now, though, man? What the fuck, dude? Oh shit. That don't look good. Lost my crystal as well. Is bro about to make another loop? Oh, I'm cooked. Holy shit, I need to know what this dude's deal is. Motherfucker. Alright, we'll come back to that story in a sec. We'll come back to that story in a sec. Okay. Whenever a certain percentage of HP is lost, unleashes a permanent terrain effect Dominion, significantly reducing allied attack units' attack speed. Okay. Right. So I want to do that early then, right? I want to try and burst him early. So that's not causing us issue where we're going to fight him, I guess, right? Reducing physical and arts damage taken by self when within its effect. Yeah, so I need to get him early, or at least not fight him where we're causing that to happen, right? Prioritize targeting the ally unit outside of Dominion that has dealt the most damage to this unit. Okay. Collapsing Fear deals arts damage to nearby units, instantly defeating targets within Dominion. Okay, we need to make sure we do that early then. Okay then, so... Okay. Fuck, bro. I'm just trying... Shit. This might be difficult. Collapsing Fear deals arts damage to nearby units, instantly defeating them within Dominion. First time HP drops to 0, cast Collapsing Fear on the entire battlefield and enter second form. Okay, so yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we gotta make sure we ain't fighting him in that then. Kelsey kind of said, don't go into the mist. Second form gains increased attack and melee attack that deals more damage. Whenever a low percentage of HP is lost, unleashes the permanent terrain effect of Dominion. So we need to yeah, we gotta tackle him before he's doing his loop, right? We gotta tackle him before his loop. So what is it? Gain significant increased attack speed when HP is under 50%. Just standard casters, yeah. Can use long range weapons to attack Ursa civilians until eluding the fighter. Okay. Well, for one, let's get fucking you on this.
I won't fight nothing, but for the right price.
Let's drop Cruise,
I'm in.
because we're not dealing with anything that Cruise needs to be here for. We need some more units that can deal with these little ads, so we can deal... We'll leave Trigonia. Calcit might be actually kind of useful here, actually, right? I feel like Calcit might actually be kind of useful. I think, yeah, let's get Calcit, because maybe we pop Calcit, pop Monster, and then try and fight him early, and then let him go on his loop, and then try and maybe tag him as he goes round, and then catch him at the end. Maybe? Maybe? I'm gonna keep Entelek. This is stuff when you leaked. Yeah. Oh yeah. We can't not free story. Can't not free story. Why not get OG Phantom to trigger? So what percentage of his HP does he trigger it though? It doesn't specifically say, does he? And have a certain percentage of HP is lost. What's that? What is that though? If I could just get him to trigger it quickly. Let's have a look. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Why not? Let's figure it out. Is it half HP? Was it at half, was it? Okay.
Engaging. Go. Monster. With me.
Is he capable of tanking him for me? Is he capable of doing anything? Hold him there for a little bit, stall him. Should we do a Giga Stall?
Optimize your life.
Problem is here though. Come on.
They will cough up some useful information.
Okay, is Calcit just out to that range? She is, yeah. Okay. Mommy's here. Mommy's not 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 here. fuck me.
No one's right behind you.
If I make it back in one piece. Okay. So we, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, no insta-loss. Yeah. Shit, she's cooked. Bad move. No, we're good. Can she survive? Yeah, I think we're good. Thing is, though, I feel like maybe we need to like tag Uko a little bit, maybe. Maybe we use Calcium Monster. Problem is, we got a problem. We got a bit of a problem. Try and hold on to Lappy's skill a sec.
What's the situation? Optimize your deployment. ここに。真の像からは誰かが気づく前あなた。
Fuck it hell, dude. Now we got problems.
Get what you deserve.
Oh, you taking a beating? Jesus. Oh, we're open. Fuck. Fucking Cass is gonna cook me. Panic place. Can these guys finish him? No. Oh, close, bro. You're so close to dying. Okay. Alright. Monster placement. You should just drop monster in the middle. I thought dude was gonna come through the bottom. I thought we were cooked to the bottom. Okay. Alright. Alright, Kelsey coming in clutch. Okay. Monster can have anything she wants to do. Yo, Monster coming in really clutch there, actually. Yeah, I thought they were gonna. I didn't expect them to go through the middle, man. I'm gonna lie. Okay. Alright, it's just in time.
This execution is not worth the risk.
君も真の像から湧き
I got a little bit too early with that. That's alright. Worked, it worked.
モンスター座標につい
Mata!
どうすればいいか誰かが気づく前にあなたとして影に沈んでやる
No one can see me.
If I make it back in one piece 私の爪が調子をしたくれる
You stepped into my domain.
Okay. Bro, just... Dude has got aura, man. I'm not gonna lie. Dude's kind of got aura, isn't he? Dude's actually kind of got aura.
No need to cover up. It's my idol image. Who gives a crap about that right now?
Did she say who gives a crap about that now? My idol image.
I knew who you were right away. 私の爪が調子をしてくれる
No one of you stepped into my domain.
あまり待たせ誰かに気づく前にあなたの死体が影に沈んで良い判断三元キーツの剣地にを貫き一筋の正義が多水を打つ
Monster, with me.
The show hasn't started, and this place is already set. Now step up, look around. See the gate? What I'm waiting for. The curtains are about to fall.
Were you scared now, you bitch? A little bit scared, you bitch. Everybody gets scared when they see Lappy. Don't matter who you are. Don't matter who you are, bucko. Ow. Alright, pussy's down. Alright, pussy's down, pussy's down, pussy's down, pussy's down, pussy's down. Pussy's down, pussy's down. Pussy's down. These can't cause me any issues anymore, can he? The black mist.
最適な布陣を計算私の爪が調子をしてくれる
Quickly! The spare ribs have been still misbehaving? Then let's kick it up a
Fuck that up.
The show hasn't started, and these places
Can't do anything with Lappy there, can
The
I?
show hasn't started, and these
最危险的战场在哪里？
Come on. Come on, let's go.
不必费心巡视战场了。
Did she just say booby
人的
face?
下场，我都
Did she just say booby face? Like, yo, booby face, bro. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We needed the post story. We needed the post story clear. Yeah, that was a fun stage. I enjoyed that. That was really fun. That was really fun, that was. It wasn't too difficult. You know. I had to think it through after that first, Hey, yo, lore accurate as well, boys. Lore accurate, we use Monster. Let's go. Let's go. Surely EBs. Yo, Bully, what's up, dude? This technique. Your body's rigidity. Your judgment are nothing alike. What are you? Wait, Monster. Sorrowful wailing. You humiliated me, Monster. This is what you deserve. No, is he a Monster? No, Monster's blessed though, because Monster. Readjust. He's on his last legs. Wait, is she bleeding? How bleeding? Oh, she's fucked up? There are no minor injuries, Royal Guard. Those are no minor injuries, sorry. Likewise, traitor. You gave yourself an injection. You most certainly felt more than a poke in the arm. How peculiar. My appearance. You are no different from a veteran warrior. You possess all the traits necessary for you to... By appearance, sorry. You possess all the traits necessary for you to be the perfect soldier, yet you rely on a beast, a monster for your power. The marks of battle can be covered, but the land you've tainted can never bear fruit again. You should not have been so obstinate in your actions. You fear, certainly. If you truly know our secrets, then you should feel nothing but fear right now. Each royal guard is himself a nation. The language of this saying is certainly colourful, but it also speaks the truth rather plainly. Need I remind you, your mask is fracturing. Reality is reacting to the evil that lingers in your body. The cage you've created by the ritual is beginning to fissure. So they're literally just a shell that's encompassing some fucked up demonic energy then. So what keeps them tethered to the Emperor then? What stops them just going batshit crazy and being like, oh, fuck it, you know, buck wild and just doing their own thing? Or do you really believe that Victoria will turn a blind eye when an Ursus Royal Guard sets off a horrifying annihilation at the court's manor? What, like, is bro gonna blow? The Royal Guard's duty rests with all that exists in Ursus. Don't make me laugh. I don't need a traitor to teach me what my duty is. Tell me then, who do you serve? Every time it is that said, it just makes me think of fuck man. What was the show that followed Babylon 5 now? Was it Crusade? Who do you serve? Ursus as it is snow, or the great shadows of the past? Tell me, Royal Guard, do not bring shame to your title. Tell me, what does the current Ursus Emperor think of the Pine Valley affair? Or do you mean to tell me the seeds of that uprising, the origins of the crisis, were all the will of the Emperor? You were the cause of it all. Who are you? What do you want? You bonk a demon, you take the demon shard into human. Profit. Feel free to keep deceiving yourself, but the truth is a young Emperor is unaware of the events that transpired there. You believe he has no need to know. All of you seek a bygone era. I won't judge whether this is correct, but when a Grand Duke is allowed to die in a political conflict, his death will always lead to an all-new rebellion. Pardon me. This is not for you to judge. I can foresee the many consequences of his death. Some wished for him to die out of anger and their desire for so-called justice. They wanted his death in order to erase evidence and to cut off ties. Others wished for him to live. They wanted him to continue to fulfill the duty he could not remove himself from. Perhaps there was also those who wanted to keep a witness alive to serve as a stepping stone to revolt against all those involved with the Third Army. It didn't matter whether he lived or not. The key was how the contradiction that followed was handled. You don't mean? It was up to an unremarkable Ursus assassin to kill the Grand Duke. Someone she could never imagine to reach, out of personal grudge. Only then were those crimes finally erased, digested like grass seeds eaten by bird and beasts. From the sound of it, you have great foresight. You mean to tell me you solved such a difficult problem as a mere citizen? It was the best choice to make in order to keep Ursus's internal friction from developing any further. Enough with the presumptuousness. Traitor, your excuse is an insult to Ursus. Even if all is truly as you say, Your actions benefit Ursus in thousands of ways. It was not your decision to make. Control yourself, Royal Guard. Man, she's like, is she breaking a dude with this much aura with yap? I can smell your lies. How dare you claim you did this for the Ursus? For Ursa, sorry. It's spreading even though it's only a small demon shard embedded in that device. It's more than enough to level this entire manor. Okay, I don't know much about demon shards, do I? The bro is ready to just go off. So these dudes are like insanely powerful, but like walking fucking like warheads when they are defeated. Valley of the Setting Sun has turned into a land of fear. If the Royal Guard wants my life, monster, kill him immediately. That's far more effective than defense. Even if the Empire's glory lasts another 1,000 years, those black lands no longer belong to Ursus. They are no longer part of this world. Do you want to repeat your mishaps? Do you want to drag the Empire into a war of an unimaginable scale just because you lost control of yourself? You are just caught up in the former Emperor's grand vision. So like, what stops them just going mental then if they have got something so fucked up in them? That moment, the fear in the air immediately boils into material substance. Once the earth-shaking emotional release comes to a halt, there remains nothing but a faint, ominous black glow emanating from the cracks of the Royal Guard's mask. That's kind of sick. Loyalty. That loyalty overpowers the power of a demon shard. Monster, stop. Monster's always just ready for smokes. He's always like, ah, come on. I want to do some killing, man. What is this? You let your chance get away. Your one and only chance. A countryman's treasured loyalty to their land. Oh, sure. You know, loyalty is a powerful emotion for some, isn't it, as well? I know your tactics. If I let Monster attack, you would have pierced right through my chest with those black spikes of yours. Looks like I need a lot to test you anymore. Looks like I need not test you anymore. You know like the back of your hand how the Royal Guards operate. You call me inhuman, and now you address me as a man? Suppose you still have a shred of my approval. You would have nothing to do with the will that you are executing right now. As long as you are still resisting, you remain a stalwart barricade of mankind. No one can take from you your honor of having been born a human. Oh shit, okay. So like, there. So that's kind of fucking badass, actually. So what, like, literally their loyalty to Ursus and their loyalty to the Emperor is so profound and so powerful. It allows them to resist whatever the fuck they've implanted within them. So like, it's almost like they're constantly fighting the dark side. That's fucking sick. Am I getting that right? Reminds me a bit of the Grey Wardens in Dragon Age. Sort of, kind of, a little bit, yeah. Either consumed or like somebody with a stout heart, if you will, can fight you. Such is the will of Ursus. That's pretty fucking cool. Taking a demon shard to fight the demons and worse. I suppose like literal inner demons as well, right? Dragon Age Origins is one of my favourite games, Flicks. It's one of my favourite games, man. Old game. I actually started replaying it again not long ago, man. Well, I say not long ago, it's probably about 18 months ago. But I need to get some mods, because when you've got it set up for high resolution, man, some of it shrinks the UI to a point where you're like, what the fuck? Need a magnifying glass for it. As long as you are still resisting, you remain a stalwart barricade of mankind. No one can take from you your honour of being born a human. At the very least, before you find yourself fooled by that illusion that is destined to be destroyed. You are right. Indeed, there are many things I misjudged. Knowledge is how they grow in strength. Fend them off. The passing down of all knowledge of them was suppressed. All unwritten law of all nations. Who's... Oh, it's actually to do with the collapsals, is he? You are not a Samish snow priest, and you have nothing to do with Sargon's eternal army. Those who have the privilege of seeing the sights beyond terror with their own eyes have always been at the top of the country's academic authority. Who are you? The sights beyond terror with their own eyes. What does he literally mean, like the north? Or does he mean beyond the gates? Someone who fulfilled their duty. And what is your duty? You already know the answer in your heart. I did far less than you've accomplished. I must admit, I have never met an outsider who knows the royal guard's secrets. The crimes you committed and the secrets you hold make you guilty beyond measure. But I have never met such a strange creature so evenly matched against me. Monsters like out there like, come on, let me go. Pussy, pussy. You are full of surprises. The mystery surrounding you worries me. It seems I must be more cautious when dealing with you. Let's just pretend I am following your advice, Ursus citizen. Do not forget that the Emperor's blade is watching you. We don't have much time left. Ursus has not had the chance to catch its breath, but the moment the Count finds you, it will be plunged into a whole new whirlpool. And it will happen. The people be damned. Don't get so cocky. I simply did not expect it would take this much time to deal with the traitor. You are worthy of my caution, traitor. Basically, bro respects, yeah. It was your responsibility to guard Grand Duke Vanya, and finding the cause of his accidental death is your one and only mission. I ensured a quiet death for him, and then escaped from Ursus territory. Perhaps what I have done can't truly be considered a violation of Ursus's rights. If so, it stands to reason that a life is too great a price. I trust all of you royal guards are capable of making a sensible decision. Regardless, you must return to Ursus right this moment. The pain may mean nothing to you, but with your windpipe ripped by monster, you will suffocate and drown in the demon's influence, even just a shard of its corpse. Be quick about it. You might still make it back to Ursus territory in one piece. You should just rip... Did that actually happen? Target worrying about my well-being. This will indeed be a valuable experience. On top of that, you are a traitor, and you understand me far better than the many in our armies. I've never had such a long chat with the royal guard of the Emperor's Blade either. How long have you lived? Who exactly are you? I used to be the Grand Duke's private doctor. Nothing more. You should have killed me while I was making my escape. Perhaps it isn't too late. I await the news of your success. You should have served your country, traitor. Your limitless potential could have flourished magnificently in Ursus, yet you betrayed it. You misunderstand her. Sounds like I should feel bad about that. You love Ursus for how prosperous it is. In that case, I'm sure you can see the parts of the country that rot in the sun. The newer generation may be slowly forgetting that prosperity, but as time goes on, things grow worse. They will look back on its magnificence. But this is truly beneficial to Ursus. Once the benefits war brings with it come to an end, will we be able to solve all of Ursus's problems? Honor cannot feed the masses. Is that an advice? I could merely be talking to myself. If it so pleases you, I belong to the Ursus no longer. You belong to Ursus no longer? So it was the Grand Duke's personal doctor's decision that he passed. Her intention was to reduce his suffering. I hope you'll make it out to the Victorian territory without a hitch. A shame. If you understood what it is we are safeguarding, you could have contributed to its prosperity. Until next time, we will meet again. Okay, he was pretty badass, wasn't he? Pretty fucking cool. Come back, monster. He's gone. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this to end on such a high, this story. Like, this was definitely one that started off a bit slow, right? But this has ended really, really strong. Like, really strong. I need to take care of these marks. That's it. You should not have come here, Heidi. You're so badly hurt. I brought a first aid kit. How do you use this? I can take care of myself. Calcit, what happened? Emperor's Blade. Tell your father this name. That's all you have to do. It's nothing you need to worry about yet. Okay. Well, was that man from Ursus? What is someone like him doing here? They're like the shadows of Ursus. And the size of their vast dark shadows has to do with only the Empire's son. Even if you manage to fend off these shadows, the road beneath their feet remains shrouded in darkness, while the buildings in our surroundings remain unaffected. The Panthers and Heliopards weren't that great, but Calcit had... Yeah, like I say, it started off a bit... I don't want to say badly, it was just a bit felt... It wasn't even pacing issue. I don't like Elliot. I understand he's like part of the story, like, and he's a part of pushing things forward and that. But, yeah, I didn't really like those. I found them boring, but I wasn't too interested. But it really picked up. Like I say, it really did pick up, man. The last couple of story notes have been really enjoyable. This too is Ursus, Heidi. This is part of Ursus. The Empire's winter, the black snowflakes. Before that, we need to deceive everyone else in the manor. We may have avoided the worst outcome, and he didn't scatter his dominion all across the soil here. Oh, he did on us in the fight, though. The marks he left behind will take some effort to cover up. He literally just, like, scar the land with his dark essence. Monster. Huh? Is this yours? Kill 2 wild beasts and bring their bodies back as soon as you can. He's like, yes! Blood lost! And Heidi, contact your father immediately. I'll need assistance to put a lid on this the best we can. How are we going to do it? We need false witnesses, false leads, and all the bribes necessary. Perhaps there is no one out there who knows how to deal with the mounted police better than Thompson. Okay, I understand. Were you grasping at the snow? Below my body temperature. I was dragged into a fight between 2 wild beasts and fortunately made it out. So I'm afraid the guards will be punished for letting beasts into the garden. Those are no minor injuries. Are you still... You managed to avoid the worst case scenario. If you had insisted on fighting me to the death, I'm afraid none of us would have gotten out of this alive. Now, aside from that, find me a messenger who can reach Sammy. Sammy? It's so barren there. It will take a while. We have time. As long as she's alive, I'll get a reply. And I'll pray I'll get a reply. Your wounds. It's like my blood stained the letter. Dull. Maybe a bit, yeah. It feels like a harsh word to say, right? Because, like, Arknights, in terms of, like, especially in comparison to a lot of other games, it feels like really harsh thing to say, you know, because there's a lot of games that have some really dull shit going on in them, right? But, yeah, I suppose so. Especially in comparison to that ending. But that was great, that was. That was, like, a really, like, really well done ending. It was, it had a crescendo, right? You know what I mean? I really enjoyed that, actually. Cool little bit of lore as well, right? Like getting... I genuinely didn't expect us to be dealing with the Emperor's Blades within this. Which, like, when I look back, after what we did in Ursus with the Duke, it's not surprising, right? You know, then I didn't expect it. Like, I thought, like, maybe we might have something to do with Ursus coming on towards the end. But I expected it to be like, you know, a team of like elite guards or something, not an actual fucking Emperor's Blade. Maybe try. Yeah. I thought I was a little bit worried I was going to get to the end of it and be like, fuck. I wish I'd just gone on to chapter 13, but I'm really glad I did it now. Did something happen outside? Of course not. Count Vincent, please do not avoid the subject. Tell us how you defeated the Grand Duke's hunters. I had no intention to be disrespectful to the Duke, of course, but I lost my temper and could not well control myself in that competition. It was all because of the hunter told me I should never have hired Savras and Zalix. He even told me he took pride in hiring only Liberi housemaids and mostly Forte for the upkeep and defence of the mansion the Duke awarded to him. His words reminded me of an old gardener who once tended to our gardens. He was a Zalek, and he had been working here long before I was born. I never found anything strange or unsatisfactory about that. A Zalek. One of the Zaleks now. Do I know the Zaleks? Either way, it doesn't matter. Didn't start at 10 out of 10, so 0 out of 10 shit story. Obviously, I haven't finished it just yet, but this is like a real solid 8 for me. This, the rodents, okay, the rat, okay. What, so like, what's his face? From Yan. Fucking, I forgot his name. You know, the old geezer. Is he one of them? I forgot his name, man. What's his fucking name? Who was spitting bars and stuff? The Rat King. Yeah, the Rat King, yeah. Lynn as well. Yeah. There's Alex, yeah? Yeah, but this was a really solid story in the end. Good to get more stuff on Cal City as well. Like, seeing Cal City in a different way as well has been brilliant, you know? Shout out to you, Jojo. I don't know if that's from a video or the stream. Appreciate you. And found anything strange or unsatisfactory about that. Oh, how progressive. In the end... Was that like some subtle racism there that I missed at first? Yeah, we actually employed rats. Oh, wow. How good of you. How good of you. In the end, I was the one who shot down the fell beast, while the Duke's hunter missed his opportunity. He set a fine example for the rest of us, came Vincent. I should save the Duke for some face, of course. When the Duke thinks so highly of you, what's wrong with putting your gallantry on full display? Haha, you are right. There were the hunter, the bow, and the fell beast, but no one knows me better than myself. Is he gassing himself up a little bit here, is he? Is he chatting a bit of shit? Dear Dame Calcit, it was just as you predicted. The Sarkaz court summoned Her Majesty Teresa for an audience. Although the ancient bloodkin held General Theresis in high esteem, the Lord of the Banshee sent only the youngest successor. Ooh. Are they talking about Logoth there? It was thanks to the General Theresis and the military commission that other countries were unable to interfere with Kazdal's rise to prominence. It was also under the general supervision that they transported construction materials enough for several dozen regular nomadic city plates without issue. Okay, so is this like... The following is a summary of the past month's events. I'll see it. Teresa's handwriting. I'll see it. Such a huge surprise. Who could have imagined that the great Banshee's successor was a boy? He's still very young. Just a young boy by his looks. The Banshee's bloodline will keep him young for a long time, despite his age. He was mouthing of arts left and right. He's a natural born caster. I can see the royal court change through him. Sarkaz are heading toward a new stage. I can feel it. I'll sit. Heresis frequently pulls all-nighters at the commission, and their policies are going off track due to outside pressure. Started to not listen to whatever I say. Is this where dudes starting to go down the path of what we saw in Victoria and stuff? A lot of us are worried. They're worried that once the other countries notice Kazdal's reunification, they will immediately wipe us off the map. I'll sit. I know that you set your sights on the world at large, so I'm also hoping you would come back. We must prepare ourselves to take on the challenges we will face in the future. I need you to help me accomplish this. Aside from that, Grim Billiton's engineering department has something new to share. We discovered a set of ruins that match your description. There are only bits and pieces that the project has reached as a bottleneck as a result. The team may need more time to uncover everything. That said, Calcit, does the name Rhodes Island mean anything to you? So soon? Where's this dickhead again? Where will you go? Ursus? Chernobog? Haven't heard of that place before. What are you doing there? Why don't you come to Sammy with me? No, I'll take Ludmilla to Syracuse. I will also stop by Victoria on my way. Isn't this your wish? I want you to live, Calcit. I'll see. Heidi, you and your father will continue our work in Victoria. Our only objective is to prevent the cities that boast their honour and glory from falling to the Duke's unrest. I'm Calcit. Are you leaving? I have to leave sooner or later, Heidi. Try not to make the Count suspicious. Let's head back to the party. Is that the segue into Babel, is he? Okay. Ooh. I'm excited for Babel, actually. He was Logos, yeah? But then, we don't even know about Logos. Okay. Dear God, what happened? How are you injured so? Get the doctor, hurry. Uncle Richard. I saw something just now. There were two fierce beasts. What was that? We were attacked by the beasts? Oh my, I heard that catastrophe a few years ago infected some of those fierce wild beasts. I'm okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's just some simple flesh wounds. Hardy has already tended to my injuries. Are you sure you can stand? I'm not sure I would have called it simple. How could something like this happen at one of my dinner parties? Those useless guards. Please lie down and get some rest. Someone head to garden at once. I want to know what happened there. No, Count Vincent, please let me go. You know my swordsmanship. Richard, you are my guest, but very well. This is just for the time for us to rely on your gallantry. This is just the time, sorry. Come, Lady Calcit. My personal physician will tend to your injuries. He'll be here soon. My apologies, Count Vincent. I did not mean to disrupt your party. No, my lady, I am responsible for this mistake. I allowed an assassin to waltz right into my manor. Please don't look too much into this affair. Oh, right, I understand. Though I am surprised you don't seem at all shaken by this. Could you at least tell me who it was? I can't well sit here when these villains... Very well. If this assassin managed to deceive all those present here today, then indeed it is a matter that a mere noble should pry into. Lady Calcit, please promise me this. Okay, so was the bird and beast just for everybody else then? It wasn't specifically for him. Go ahead. Please keep Thompson safe from these schemes. He's my dearest friend. He's no major player. He can't protect the entire country, but he can protect our own little Victoria. He can do what we nobles cannot. Therefore, all I can do is let him do what he must. Yeah, what's up, Vast? A few many anecdotes of Calcit's journey. You don't know the details of our plan, yet you harbour everyone nonetheless. Thank you for that. Do I need to know? All I have to do is play my role well. Fat fell beast awaiting his slaughter. But this is how he has always been ever since we were in school. Lady Calcit, please accept my gratitude. You don't need to thank me when I have been deceiving you all along. As long as my family and the masses get to live another peaceful day, let the whole world ridicule my foolishness. Okay, it's kind of based, isn't it? Both you and I know it in our hearts. Are you leaving so soon? You are still injured. These are just flesh wounds, fortunately. And Vincent, about the damage those two beasts have done. Right, I understand. Calcit. Looks like I should just leave the farewells to the youngsters. I will head back now. Everyone was shaken by the presence of the beasts. Please take care, Cleric Calcit. Count is right. The weight of the future is for the younger generation to bear, whether they are ready for it or not. His Uncle Vincent actually... The Victoria he protects may just be a remote corner of the countryside. There is not an ounce of falsity to the peace he upholds. Protecting your home, this is the truth that generations after generations of Victoria have worshipped. Your father is trying his best, but winter is here. Are you ready? Will you be ready? Yes. Now go ask your father. He knows how to find me. Winter is coming, Jon Snow. You bastard. Perhaps we'll one day meet each other again somewhere. You're a bastard, Jon Snow. You know nothing. You mean war if an Ursus do kill the king? Yeah. Yeah, it was a really cool boss fight as well, man. I really enjoyed the boss fight. Yeah, it's turning around for me, this has. Really has. Hey, come check this out. We got ourselves a new lackey. We stopped lazing around and go. Yeah, I think we did it. Was it a third try? First try, we got bodied. Second try, we almost did it, but we leaked. Well, he got through. And then, I think third try we did it right. Was he? Pretty sure he was, right? I'm the new craftsman apprentice. My name's El... Alright, enough talk. Get moving. Hey, you lot. Use him however you want. He's apparently one of those bookworm types from Colombia. Even younger than your kids. Use him how you want, you know. Just treat him like he's like those slaves you got sold to us. As long as it doesn't kill him, that is. It's not like he's got a guardian angel watching his back. We'll work you to bone, kid. Alright. Ishin, look. Oh, what a surprise. Did you weld this together with the steel you stole? What a magnificent piece. You're exaggerating. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. Just consumables. But you must rest. Your broken arm has only just healed. Don't worry. Do you know where we can get some refined originium? There is nothing that gold cannot buy in the Reef Step black market. Let's see how this turns out then. Plus you did it with the lore accurate way with Calcita Monster. PG's also Elliot is cute. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. You know. Black Scorpion is dead. We've done well, haven't we? Old Ishin heard from the fence today. The Sand Soldier is the next ruler of the Reef Step. Do you think you are, Elliot? And do you wish me to be Ishin? I'm not one to forget the kindness others have shown me. If it wasn't for you, I would not have survived these past 2 decades. Now you need old Ishin no more. No, hardly. We have a special relationship after all. But if you want to complain, perhaps you should complain to that lady who cloaked herself in all those mysteries. Like, do you know what as well? Because like, this game hasn't been scared to give things time, right? Or at least it seems like that. And obviously as well with some of the events and the side stories, not be scared to, you know, you can grasp the greater idea of what's going on, but you can really get that extra ooh moment when you've started to do some of the side stuff as well. That's one thing I do, like obviously we're not going to get the scope and the grand scheme and the wordy amount that we're going to get in this as we are in Endfield, right? But I hope they're not afraid to do some of that though, you know, where some stuff pops up and it you know, it kind of goes away and then it's kind of concluded like a while later and it's like later, and it's like, oh shit, you know, it has a bit more impact, like kind of thing that way. I hope they're since Endfield is voice, I could do the wordness as well. I don't know, man. I don't think we'll, because they even said that, didn't they? That in that one interview, they basically were like, you know, if you want word count, Arknights is there. If you want more of an avant-garde experience, then Enfield's going to be for that. I think WEX8 is one of the few stages I haven't beaten yet. Oh, really? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good stage. It was a good stage. I fear doing this is a constraint of the 3D RPG. Yeah. I still do think they can do that, though, in terms of storytelling. You know, lay seeds that won't grow till later on. You know what I mean? It was like, that really adds something to a story when a story's not scared to say, look, we're laying groundwork here that's going to take a while to fucking come to fruition. And when it does, it'll have that impact of, oh, shit. You know, this took a few seasons to come together, if you will. Endfield has a bunch of interesting threads to pull with all the little stories in the weapon stories and operator files. Yeah, I hope they're not scared to do it. You know, I hope they don't, like, cater to that kind of person that's like, well, I need the answers now, even if it lacks impetus, or not so much impetus, or effect. I want it now. You know, like, let things build. Do you know what I mean? Let things build, allow that to happen. That's what I said before, like, I hope they don't mind doing things like, you know where we've seen some of the not amazing companion quests at the moment. It would be nice that in future we get stuff that happens with them and it's like, oh shit, okay. Maybe not these companion quests, because maybe Levy's and maybe Rossi's a bit more so. And potentially maybe a little bit like, yeah, maybe just theirs really. Maybe Wolf Guards, maybe. Where, like, you know, it comes to fruition because you can look back and go, ooh, okay, those things that really were kind of washed away actually have some meaning now. Possibly in terms of presentation. I read them, it shows a much bigger world than we actually get to see in the game. Hardest parts about, yeah, I haven't read it myself. I'm not going to lie, easy. One thing I'd actually really like to see them talk about at some point, even if it's on the side, is how the creatures that become the elders and ancients, non-Tikas, actually came from Talos too. Back there. Personally, I really hate having to scour for lore in weapons and random logs like OGAK because I can just read the story and get the full experience. I remember an interview for Arknights where they were saying they didn't want to start with complex world crises from the get-go and slowly ramp up. Yeah. It's just like, it kind of, because of the literal situation that they're in Endfield as well, it wouldn't make sense to either, would it really? I feel like it's going to be, exploration is going to be a big part of not only the gameplay, and it's going to be a big thematic thing within Endfield, right? I think it's going to be a big story of discovery and finding things out, and there's going to be a lot of history explored in, I think. I would imagine, anyway. The biggest difference to me is that in OGAK, they're very happy telling you straight up Endfield definitely wants you to dig for it. First showing local problems and later on more important. It's probably a frustration factor for many. Yeah. You still remember her name. You've gotten less and less clear-headed over the years. I thought you'd have forgotten that name, that, among many other things. Have you looked for her? Yes, I have, but my attempts have been futile. Not even my most elite intelligence agents could find any information about her in Colombia, and besides, the PMC disbanded not long after that. The laboratory was taken over by the military, and all of their data were destroyed. I could not find even a single participant. Colombia hid them well. The Abutty Lord Emir will pass through Redhorn next week. Whole fate can be a fickle mystery sometimes. This is an excellent opportunity, Aldishin. Are you asleep? Aldishin had a dream. Another one of your dreams? It was still the same dream as always. The Kishik's footsteps went across the tundra and grasslands, at last reaching the land of golden sands. This time the dream was a little different. The digging doesn't matter because those lore letters in the F don't matter either. It's just fluff that won't ever happen in game. Yo, what's up, Chase? The Ursa storyline was in operator records and modules before chapter 16. It was a scenery that the Padishah never recounted to Aldishin. There was someone there. She looked like Calcit in another form. She was there. When the Keshik's conquest shattered that bygone era all those thousands of years ago. He was there. Dreams can't explain much, and there are no arts that allow us to glimpse into her fate across time. You said so yourself. Yes, this is merely a dream that old Ishin had. A meaningless dream. Lady Calcit could not have had anything to do with them, but it does make old Ishin wonder if there is meaning to this dream. At the very end, old Ishin saw the Padishah. Oh, and what did your master tell you this time, old faithful? In my dream, he told Ishin where Sargon is. You are planning to ambush the Lord Amir's squadron? Yes. So you mean to tell me that you, a former faithful aide to the Sargon noble, will stop me from disrespecting the Lord Amir, so? Disrespect? They are rotten and incompetent. They only know how to bootlessly harm their kin and drag innocent Sargonians into war. They stand on Reef Steps land doing their dirty work. Why would old Ishin feel respect for men like them? Old Ishin wants them to pay the price. Old Ishin wants the glory of Sargon's past to be restored, and not by these good-for-nothing clowns. Old Ishin, right, old Ishin must seek the city of golden sands. I don't see you get this excited often. Please calm down. It's time. Go, my child. Light a fire and complete your revenge. Until the time comes when the winds finally calm and the eternal city rises from the sandstorm, old Ishin will wait, and old Ishin will reach that place. It's like looping us back to like where we were earlier, yeah? This is the place. Very well. Be sure to knock first. Don't get any funny ideas. The elite operators here ain't no pushovers. There you go. Just running, can anyone help me with building in Endfield? I'm about ready to start a new account. But you're starting in, what you mean? You're starting a new Endfield. Well, you've already played Endfield, or you start in Endfield, are you saying, Chase? Debatable, there are quite a few that, what's that? Absolutely same with the law books. What I mean is that I still get the complete story just from the story nodes. The rest is not required knowledge. Debatable, there are quite a few that are very important, like Amir's module, Virtuoso's operator record that explains how she became a saint. Those are missing parts of their own story. I have an account, but I haven't played in a while. Looks like that gold coin made it to you. How old is Ishin? I definitely built the physical team, that's for sure. He lost to the Golden Sands. It happened one moonlight night 3 years ago. Time could put to rest even a savage like him. I once thought him to be one of the ancient elder beings in folktales and conspiracy theories. Time has warped me so much, transforming me into a man my past self would have hated. And you, Calcit? It looks like nothing about you has changed. Are you still the Sand Soldier? Soldier? I already said this is when I came on board. This is all in the past. I have a new name now. You can fool yourself, but you can't fool me. Perhaps you've always thought about everything. You said... Perhaps you've always thought everything you said was absolute. And unfortunately for me, you were quite often right. You have always had a good memory, Elliot. Untrue, I've got a terrible memory. Don't call me by that name. Don't we have these code names exactly for this purpose to shroud our secrets? Is that what's its daughter then? Fuck, I forgot her name already. The fucking doctor, man. The one who wanted revenge for her husband, the whole reason that we went after the Duke. Yeah. Dr. Calcit, oh my apologies. Do you have a visitor? No matter. Please, as you were. Okay. A messenger from the field office in Victoria sent us a package. It's pretty strange too. It's not addressed to Rhodes Island, but you personally. Logistics has already scanned the package. There's an information storage device inside. The sender's name is Heidi Thompson. Do you know her? This is just some intel I needed. Leave it there. Okay, that is all. Calcit raises her generations of fellow scientists and medics. A new conspiracy, I presume. Watch your mouth. You may not officially be an operator here yet, but you've signed a contract. Exactly what I expected our operations advisor to say. Calcit, you pointed old Ishin to a new direction, and for that he was forever grateful up until the moment he set out on his journey again. I cannot begin to imagine the glory you two shared, but now that my business in Sargon has been taken care of, there is nothing that binds me to this world anymore. I suppose you will point me in a new direction as well. Before that, let me introduce you to someone. Here, I thought you would keep me close to you. Did you get me a partner? No. You're a commanding officer? Rhodes Island commander? You... Oh, there is someone whom trust so deeply here. Look forward to meeting this person then. Calcit. You wandered the world for so long. How long will you stay here this time? You have no right to ask. Very well, of course. You need an answer if you don't want to, as you now are my superior. But if this is yet another false identity and this place where you belong is yet again false, then I'm afraid it would hardly be meaningful for me to serve this place. How am I to tell you are not using me yet again? You have the right to be suspicious. I need only a little assurance. Will this Calcit who invited me here disappear all of a sudden in a few days, a few months, or perhaps a few years? Will she again set off on a journey to take care of some business that a bystander could never come to understand, to drift the world for her own purposes? Will you? If a simple answer can affect your loyalty to Rhodes Island, then perhaps I must reevaluate this working relationship of ours. I only need an answer. An answer should not be so hard for you. I'll even accept a lie. If these answers you want, I have thousands of them. And please, pick any one of them. You know how she's a yapper now? I'm here for it now, considering I know a lot more about Calcit now. Doctor, here you are. Good morning. Closure has finished resupplying. There seems to be an emergency there that needs your attention. Amir is heading there already. Don't keep her waiting. She's been working very hard and you should be there at her side when she needs you the most. Of course, that goes for you as well. Don't push yourself too hard. Rhodes Island needs you. I know. I have an unexpected consultation to attend to in a moment, So I'll leave it to you and Amir to wrap things up. If things go well, perhaps we will get to announce to the whole ship before sundown. Time to set sail. What we got left? Just EXA just now. Alright, yeah, Matt. Story's all done, yeah. I mean, I get another W, but yeah, I'll give you. Like, don't get me wrong, I really wanted to start 13, but I'm actually really glad I did that. I'm really glad I did that because, as I say, first couple of nodes, I was like, fucking hell, man. Am I getting dragged into a bit of a boring one here when I could be starting 13? But I'm really glad. Because obviously we got some cool Altit lore, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of things getting started on, obviously with Babel and stuff with Victoria as well. And of course, like getting to learn a bit more about the Emperor's Blade was fucking awesome as well. It was really awesome. The only bit I didn't like was fucking Passenger Elliot. It was just like, again, it was kind of like, you know, but it was just like, I just felt him like on an unenjoyable character, you know, and I suppose that was the plot point for them, right, you know, but I just, you know, but it was good, I really enjoyed it. Solid 8 out of 10, solid 8 out of 10 as well, you know. I really enjoyed it. Check React Smash. What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? What am I having a look at here? Is this what I'm looking at? This EP, yeah? This off Ally Bites. Immutable. All right then. So am I gonna get a newfound appreciation for this now after doing a Walk in the Dust? Was this tied to Walk in the Dust then? Or was it specifically just for Calcit? Was this connected to Walk in the Dust when this was released? Or was it just specifically just like, hey, here's an EP for Calcit, like? Episode 15 gonna be 10 out of 10. Okay. It's specifically for Calcit. Alright, let's have a listen then. Okay. Preemptive like. It's been a while since we've listened to an EP actually. And we've still got so many to listen to also. Alright, let's go. We're back to the old what's it here. Before I start it though, let me make it so you guys can actually see it. Let me close that and open that and let's go. Username. What was the password? What was it? We saw the first couple of words, yeah. Oh, it's Terra. Terra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that what it was? Oh, okay. Very ethereal. LTD works great as usual. Ooh. You get the feeling of it being littered with history as well, like obviously because it's fucking old. Can you hear the walk at the piano dust in the background? I really like this. You really feel the centuries she spent trying to keep civilization together, yeah? It feels like it's like littered with history and time. Especially after playing that just. Almost. I get like this kind of lonely feel as well. I don't know if it's with the artwork there as well, you know, been, even though, you know, her journeys had meeting up with people multiple times over time and gathering a squad, if you will. Quite lonely as well, isn't it? Get that vibe from this also. Paint a lonely figure. Man, the L2D work's gorgeous. As, like, just finishing off that story as well, man, it just makes you realise how many great characters are in this game, right? Yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That was great to watch that. Listen to that. Sorry, after doing a walk in the dust again. Just like getting that like emotional attachment to that story there through the music. Just making me. I was just like thinking then, like, man, there really is some great characters and great character arcs so far in this game. You know, Cal being one of them. Obviously, Amiya. You know. Tal, Frostnova, you know, even like Patriot, you know, obviously the Doctor as well, even though like the Doctor like starting to learn a little bit more now, that's making him a little bit more interesting. You know, Rosmontis. Yeah, man, there's been some, and I'm obviously missing loads here. Some great characters that genuinely, yeah, man, I gotta be honest, out of any gacha game, but you guys have heard me say this before, right? You've got gacha stories, and then you've got Arknights, right? It's a glazed thing to say, right? It's a shilly thing to say that I know people will say. But like for me, because above and beyond gacha, because I've said this multiple times, in the gacha space, somebody asked me this before, that was like, what's your top 5 gacha stories? I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to lie to the gacha games I've played. None of them have ever really set me alight in terms of like, yo, that, you know, that's something that'll be memorable. I do think Arknights will be one of them. Limbus wants a word. I've got to get into Limbus. All right, like what I've experienced in Limbus is good, but I haven't experienced enough to have for it to have that same effect. Like I've experienced enough of Arknights now, where I've spent time with characters. I've seen journeys. I've seen twists and turns. You know, fucking reveals and stuff that I genuinely didn't know. You know, I'm specifically talking about like chapter 8 and stuff here. You know, great deaths that had meaning, pushed the story forward. Brilliant antagonist groups. You know, it has been a genuinely pleasurable experience. It's been a while since I've glazed Arknights, man. I feel like glazing. I do feel like glazing. I really do need to get a video put out, man, talking about Arknights, and I don't want it to come across as like a really tribalistic video, because I don't see games like that. I'm not a tribalistic gamer. I know some people in the Wibber community think I am, but I'm genuinely not. I love gaming, and I don't benefit in terms of a monetary sense to shit on any other game because it's just not my style, and I don't pay the bills on this shit, right? But I really do I do want to make a video like kind of just glazing the story in this game. As I say, I do understand the disappointment with some people in terms of Endfield. I disagree with the disappointment because I don't feel it myself necessarily, and I'm still excited about what we've got coming. Man, so many fucking good moments in this game, right? So many good moments in this game that just really make it stand out genuinely. Across multiple parts of the game as well. Systems, you know, the gacha, the story, the characters, the artwork, the music, the gameplay loops, the mechanics. It is, I'll go back to it again. It is the best gacha game. It is the best gacha game. It genuinely does stand out in that regard to me. But again, I do need to experience Limbo's Company more because people do keep raving about it, you know. I am a big fan of Reverse 1999. For Reverse 1999, for me, though, a lot of that's around vibes. Even though I can't play the game at the minute, but a lot of that's around, like, vibes and the tone and just the fact that it's gorgeous as well. I'm hoping Endfield can attempt to do something that makes me think like that in a few years as well. Because I'm not one of those people when I'm playing gacha games where I've just got this idea, well, it's just a gacha game. I don't need any of this. I do. I want gaming's an experience, right? And as I say, certain games over the years, you know, your Mass Effects, your Metal Gear Solids, your Final Fantasy 9s, your Dragon Age Origins, you know, these stories for me that have been experiences as well that you think back on and years later you still remember, right? I don't think all the gacha games I've played, probably apart from Arknights, where maybe in 10, 15 years, I'll be like, damn, I still remember that. That was fucking good. You know? At the moment, Endfield feels like the silly cousin of AK. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair statement, actually. That's kind of apt. But yeah, banger tune, banger story. Started off a little bit lacking, but ended with a brilliant ending. Great boss battle. Great fucking crescendo. Awesome lore drops, learning more about Calcit, fucking brilliant. The Emperor's Blades, they're so cool. Yeah, awesome, brilliant. Like, it'd be a lot higher than 8, honestly, if like the start of the story was as strong as the end. But it, like, that juxtaposition really added to it, I think, in a sense. Like, the ending was so good. It's like sometimes you have to have those ups and downs, don't you? I think maybe the pacing was just a bit off for the early parts, potentially. Not so much the pacing, but you know what I mean? I suppose that lasted a little bit too long for me to go, ooh, that valley was worth the peak. The peak was definitely worth it, if that makes sense. But I think you get what I'm saying. The valley was maybe a little bit too wide, but fucking awesome. Really glad I experienced it. On to chapter 13, man. As I say, we're starting that tomorrow. We are starting that tomorrow. So, I don't know, maybe if you're watching this VOD after the fact, we've already started chapter 13. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Babel as well. Because, like, say, people said about Lone Trail, that was like, dude, it's fucking peak. It was brilliant. The fucking ending of that cinema, right? So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the upcoming chapters. I'm excited. Genuinely excited, boys. I am genuinely excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, boys. I'm being a degenerate and playing Reverse 1999 third roll like while at work right. Dude, I can't even play the game, bro. I'm pissed. I'm going to have to play it on emulator. It won't work on Steam. It just keeps crashing. I'm going to update my drivers after I get off stream tonight. Maybe do a fresh install, see if that helps, and then I'm going to go through the emulator route if I have to. Gaming is an art from that lets its enjoyers experience something of their own. I agree. It's a beautiful art form as well. It's my favourite art form because, like, it brings together everything, right? You know? I always say this. Books are amazing. Movies are amazing. Music's amazing. Gaming can bring them all together simultaneously, and you can experience it all and have a control to some degree over what happens as well. That's why I always say, man, I'm like, even people who aren't gamers, it like, and I get it, you know, older generation. Some people are just not into games and stuff, whatever. But I'm just like, how can you not like games? How can you not like video games? Like, that's the way I see it, man. You know, I'm like, you like breathing. You should like video games, man. You know? Please, Vinny, Vigilo too. I am. I'm gonna do Vigilo. I ain't doing it right now, but I am gonna do Vigilo. And this is just the start of what is otherwise all a background love for Babylon leading to chapter 14. Yeah, I'm really liking as well. Obviously, talking about like the ending, but like the ties we're starting to get, you know, starting to see the rumblings and the machinations in regards to the Victorian arc, Teresa and Theresis, you know, a little bit more information around the Blades and Ursus, and obviously links into Cal's journey throughout all of this, and her story, you know, little strings of her story going back eons. It was really good, man. I'm glad I got into it. Hypergryph always stumbles on the beginning for some reason. Yeah, man. I hope it's you know, a sign of what's to come, right? I hope it's a sign of what's to come. Easy. Good night, Terra. Good night, Universe. Have you tried the PC client without Steam? Was it got a PC client? Was there a straight up PC client without Steam? You don't need an emulator. There's just a PC client, is the fatless. People who said Long Trail was peak were capping though. Long Trail was really good though. I really enjoyed Long Trail. I mean, 16 was a bit weaker than 14, 15, but still a great story and absolutely brutal. Like more people probably died in chapter 16 than live on Talos too. 16 was way better than 14 and 15. And people who don't like the games just haven't found the games for them yet. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. There's a game for everybody, isn't there, in a sense? You like books? There's games for you. You like puzzles? There's games for you. You like memory games? Games for you. Yeah? You want a bombastic fucking visual experience? You want a trippy experience? You know, there's something for everybody, isn't there? Chapter 15 was a great letdown, but 16 was very good. Really? Okay. Undermines the main thrust of Babel and the Doctor storyline in general. Understandable, there's many different games out there. But pixel adults can't like video games. Only style, bread and water are allowed, right? Yeah. It always fascinates me when people make those statements. I'm like, do you watch films? Well, of course. Shut the fuck up then. You're not allowed to watch. You're not allowed to play video games. You're not allowed to listen to music. You're not allowed to watch films. You gotta uninstall Netflix, and you can't watch fucking any TV at all. You gotta stare at the wall, and fucking that's it. Right? Play with your dreidel. Is that a PC client since day one? Yeah, I think maybe I did play with it on the PC client before. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone has their own preferences. Haven't felt a single chapter after 6 was truly bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'll be honest. I enjoyed chapters pre-chapter 6. I did, like, honestly, I was intrigued and immersed in this game from chapter 1, man. I was still. Off the bat, I was like, okay, I'm vibing with this straight away. Maybe then, man, maybe I was playing on it before, yeah. Maybe. I'm gonna reinstall it then. Might still have it on installed, maybe. But in the prospect of sitting down and playing a game for 2 to 3 hours is just not possible while having a family. I think it's time investment in games that throws people off. My father reads a lot and also plays some games, only short 60s round base ones. Oh yeah, for sure. When I say about games, I'm not saying like I expect people to be playing fucking 30 hours a week. Of course, that's silly, right? You know? And they are, to some degree, I suppose, a little bit more. Do you know what though? I think since phones, I think a lot more people play games than actually admit or actually see as games as well. Because the things they play on mobile, like whether it's an app or something, you know, whether it's Mahjong or whether it's fucking a sort of like memory puzzle game or like a fucking a Wordle type thing or something, you know. No, that's fair. Yeah, it's fair. You know, end of the day, when it comes to a story, it's always subjective. That's why I never really get bogged down. Like, I'm always interested to have discussions about story, of course. Like, it's interesting. But it's why I never get bogged down with trying to say to people, well, this is why it's good. People just don't enjoy it. Just don't enjoy it. It's at the end of the day, enjoyment of a story is subjective, right? You know, like my brother-in-law, he likes some cool stuff, right? Bro just refuses to watch sci-fi shit. That's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what I do. And there's probably stories that on paper I could tell him that he'd be like, that sounds cool. Show him the shit. Like, it's got spaceships and shit. I don't know what's this. This is what it is, right? Chat getting dangerously spoilery. Yeah, let's not spoil in chat, guys. I'm only at starting chapter 13 tomorrow. Haven't done Babel. I don't know larger context of things. Let's keep it to what's pre-chapter 12, shall we? And isn't outside the Dark Knight's memoir, Granny and the Knight's treasure, Walk in the Dust, Start of Vigilo, and what other side stuff have I done? Yeah, let's keep it like that. Be sure if you don't enjoy, just move on. Lots of gacha games seem to think they need to convince others they're wrong. Yeah, exactly. Right. It's can't just let other people go and have fun. You gotta let them know that the thing they're doing is shit. And they also should think it's shit. And if they don't, they're lesser than as well, right? Yeah, boys. I, for one, actually really enjoyed that. I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it as much. I'm glad I decided to go down that route today. Oh shit, that's the right one. I didn't look at the monster art. Was that what was in Discord? What am I looking at? Want to catch you for the boss fight, E1 game is fun. Yeah, it's I'm glad I stuck to it, man. Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that monster and the blade hissing at each other. Yeah, I saw that. It gave me a chuckle.
Arknights.
It gave me a chuckle. It gave me a chuckle. Great way to reread the event for you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because I had a blast. As long as you lot enjoy, it's all that matters. Mate, to people I got commenting on my last video about saying why is he attacking Saint Tong? You should know dude's MO boy now. It's just what he does. Right? Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Yeah, so is there no way to see your time once you've trimmed the medals on those bosses? Not the Umbral stuff, the you know the ones I'm on about. Heroes specifically prepared the most suitable survival training to help operators feel at home in the... Oh, is that that new one? Is it? Talk to Clara. Clara! Anybody remember that clip? Still need to do these Delver of the Cryptics as well. Maybe it's time to boot up Enfield after a week of boycotting. What are you boycotting? Good news, I'm now back home from my travels and I will have more time to hear you yap again. Well, hopefully your travels we're good. Hopefully your travels were good. This is the new event, yeah. Yeah, dude, I left with Endfield. I made the hold on 2 seconds. I made the actual decision, actively made the decision not to rush through all the side stuff and just content in general. I wanted to take my time with it. I didn't want to blow through and be at the point where I'm like, fuck, I got nothing to do, you know? Talking about to break out to the live service grind because it ruined the game for me. That's fair. That's fair. I respect it. I get it, you know. Even with Enfield, I'm the same. Where like some days, just got stuff on, right? I'm doing stuff, playing a bit of like, Crimson Desert or something, or another game, and then he's like, shit, I better get on just to get my logins and stuff at my monthly at least, and maybe do, you know, get my spend my sanity. That's all. I get it. I get it. Grade studied in Thailand for 6 months and went to Hong Kong, Kyoto, Tokyo, and Seoul for 2. Oh shit, man. Well, that was fucking awesome then. Fair play. A worldly person now, are you? Well travelled. Oh, I bet this looks like it's at 30 FPS, isn't it? On stream, actually. Rather than 60, right. So I'm running the game on DX11. For some reason, DX11 on Endfield seems to output at 30 FPS. I'll switch to Vulcan for it to be smooth 60.
Hi.
Hey, admin. Clara, I'll be your instructor for this survival training. The purpose of this training is to familiarise yourself with Valley 4 so you can handle anything that comes your way. Right, let's get started with Valley 4 Frontier survival training. Good job. Yeah, I don't know why it does he. It's the only game that I've got that DX11 does that. I'm an Enfielder, I'll do Enfield stuff. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's odd. I had to do like I did a test stream, right? I did a test stream with Duck Lord. I was trying to figure shit. I was fucking messing around with stuff on OBS. I uninstalled a bunch of stuff. I was starting to get triggered. I was like, is there some fucking settings I fucked up, you know? And then I'd close the game and I was like, actually, let me boot up the game in Vulcan, actually. Boom. Smooth 60 FPS. Really weird. But, yeah, it only seems to specifically do it for Enfield. So let me just quickly boot the game back up in Vulcan. It should be a bit smoother. Yeah, it's, I looked, you know, apparently it does happen with some of the games, but I've never had that happen. I've never had that happen with any other game that I've noticed, at least, anyway, you know. Yeah, it's an odd one. Yeah, do you know what I'll get it? Vulcan, I get little micro stutters, not to the point where it affects the game. And it's never in combat. It's usually when I'm just running around. I get the odd little stutter here and there. So, like, I like to play in DX11. It's just that when I'm streaming, I'm a stickler for having my shit look nice. Even, man, I don't care if there's 2 people watching. I like it to look nice. Even if it don't bother the viewers. Bothers me. It should be a bit smoother, isn't it? You should probably notice it quite drastically. You like straight away then? Little macro status. Lesson 1, like draws, like people. Lesson 1, like draws, like people naturally settle into tribes, or beasts and bugs into whatever. Critters can look the same, tend together. Defeat all enemies to earn victory. When the tunneling nidworm or indigenous pincer beast is killed, the slain creature's venom will linger on the ground. The venom deals damage and applies slow to any unit within its area of effect. Okay.
Get ready. My like.
Yeah, I'm the same, Draknus, yeah. I never thought it was like when I was a console gamer. 60 FPS is fine, man. Who needs 120 and above? And then, obviously, when I moved to PC gaming and had my first high refresh rate monitor, I was like, oh my god, my eyes are opened. Fucking hell. Can't go back now. When the tunneling nidworm or indigenous pincer beast are killed. Okay. Alright. So we got it. Oh shit. We just need to get one hit on him. Oh, we got a minute and 10 minutes to this as well. Oh, you don't die straight away. Okay, so we need those guys to really be in the fray then, don't we? Okay, so that doesn't last constantly. It actually goes. They die pretty quick. Oh, yeah. So is Bucko over there? Oh, yeah, Bucko's taking damage, isn't he? This is mad. Kind of just gotta hit dudes and move on, really, yeah. Really, we're just going after these guys, ain't we? Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that stacks.
Careful now. Don't push it.
Oh shit! I fucked up. I wasn't paying attention then. Holy fuck! No rotation. Hey, this is...
But we are the victors. That's what counts.
Picture PC is just weird, man. What do you mean? Not my fault. Hey, look. I'm gonna blame Hypergryph. Right? Because I agree, Draknus. Said it before. Give me the fucking gambit system, man. Give me the gambit system. DX11 is just outdated from a technical standpoint, but because it's so established, everything works with it reliably. I'm glad there is just a push for Vulcan now and make everything faster long term. It's like, I'll blame Hypergryph. I don't have any other game that's jittery with a fucking display cap from my streaming PC to my gaming PC. And I don't have any other game in DX11 that I know of that looks like it's running at 30 FPS on stream. So, yeah, you know, I think Hypergryph's just weird, actually. I think they need to sort the shit out. Blame Hypergryph. Did I build it? Nah. There's nothing wrong with the graphics card, honestly. Like the reverse 1999 thing, I don't know what the fuck that is. And to be fair, when it comes to GPUs at the minute, Nvidia has released a couple of fucking shit drivers. Like, what is it, 595 has been notoriously trash. Like, a lot of people have like been rolling back to older drivers because it's diabolical. Apparently, I think it was 595, yeah. Was it 595 or was it 590 or 591? One of them anyway was literally disabling people's fans at one point, I believe. Like, people's fans are just switching off. Nvidia's been fucking up recently with driver updates. Lesson 2, if the world thinks treat you as an enemy, deal with it seriously, max the firepower, no mercy. Use industrial explosives to defeat the attacking enemies and protect the supplies. When killed, the fire mist originium slug pulls in nearby enemies, uses to... Okay, we need to kill them when they're near other enemies. Okay, so we're blowing stuff up. Is this the one we saw the devs playing with then before? Yeah, 595. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking into it a bit more, man. It seems like 595 is a fucking mess. I don't know which one I'll roll back to. I wanted to go all the way back to 560, I think, because a lot of people are like, that's the best stable one at the minute. But yeah, that's why I end up updating my driver at the minute when people are saying do it with reverse 1999, but I really don't want to. Use industrial explosives to attacking enemies, split the supply. And killed. Okay. Use the slugs for AoE. And we got infinite, yeah? Okay, that's what they do. Holy shit! Fucking dogs, bro. I had fucking Arknights flashbacks then. I'm gonna not blow the explosives just in case we, oh shit. We need them. See how fast those dogs were? 5 dogs versus 1 Rossi. Okay, this is a little bit basic though. I don't hate it though. Oh, wait a minute, was there a slug there or was that the Oh! Take it back. Oh no. Oh shit. I'll take it back. Oh, dude, fucked up there, boys. Rossi cast fireball. Oh, nice. Little collateral. Yeah, the dogs are scary. This could actually be built on a little bit, this could. It feels... See, like, this is what I was saying before, right? Like, I like what they're doing, right? It's a little... Oh, shit. A little bit basic so far, right? But this... Oh, you little fox. It's this idea of where it almost feels like they're trying to tie some of the systems that people probably would maybe appreciate from Arknights. Not in the sense that this is like Arknights. You know what I mean? It's like we're tower defending here a little bit, aren't we? And seeing the dogs run there, that just felt like I was fucking on Arknights. But I like how that feels like they're trying to tie the two together to some degree. I'm not against it at all. I said this before, right? When it comes to Endfield, I am totally okay with shit to suck. You know? Because not everything's going to be great, right? But I want them to test stuff. Even if it means something might come through and it's like, okay, there's not much to that. It's maybe a little bit vapid. It's not got depth to it. But it could be potentially then like anchored in with something else at a later date when it comes together and it's a bit better. One thing I don't like though, and I've said this multiple times, I don't like this shit. Stop fucking time gating motherfucking content, man. I understand that it's like, it drags it out, it creates retention, it makes you keep logging back in. But I don't like it, man. I never like these, because I'm like, okay, I just kind of want to go through that now. You know, I know it gives you something to do every day, but like, fuck off. So, yeah, we're going to wait for tomorrow for the rest. Or at least the next stage, should I say. Not so bad for me, because I've still got other stuff to do in the game, but for people who've cleared the content completely. I used to hate it when we did it, and I don't like it when other games do it either. Gotta be fair. Gotta be fair. You know, gotta be fair. What have we got left to do here? Oh shit, I've done it all. I thought I still had... No, I remember we did it, yeah. We did it. I like Delver of the Cryptic, I do. I really like Delver of the Cryptic. Is this done? Oh no, shit, we've still got some of this to do. Well, let's go wash some ass. Go wash some ass. Just need, generally they need events with more depth and these feel like testing mechanics rather than full events. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. If we score what we're good. I've said this before, like, if they can try and have some sort of like in-between of Arknights and this, you know, we've got the tower defense stuff, literally the base tower defense stuff. They're doing this a little bit here. They're already doing like a PRTS sort of system where you can be involved with the tower defense and then there's a bit where you can't and you just have to leave it to be automatic. Like, I'm like, where do we get to the point where gambit system and we can implement some sort of isometric viewpoint? We drop units down. They're sort of doing their own thing, you know. We can place them in positions. Yeah, a little bit of TFT cross with Arknights, kind of. I'll be here for that. I'll be here for that, man. I think it could work. We need dungeon defenders. Never played dungeon defenders, man. It was 2 of them, yeah. Yeah, I never played dungeon defenders. I'm a little bit disappointed with fucking Ross's dash. Oh my god, look at all this shit. Right. Clean the stains and find the clues. Does he actually clean it? He does! Will he clean it all if you just leave him to it? Oh, he's fucking off. He actually did clean it though, that's cool. Get to work, bucko. People seem to hate this event. I actually don't hate it, I don't. I treat this like a little bit more of a photo event with extra steps, I do. I'd rather do this sort of thing than do photo events, personally. You know, it switches your brain off slot, right? And I can understand people disliking it, but I actually don't dislike this event. Which I know a lot of people are like, yeah, bro, you are such an Enfield dick sucker. Which is not untrue, right? But... hold on, we're back in a sec. Let me get this. Oh, wait, what? Do I have to pong the gong? Oh, that'd be good if we could. If we could bong the gong. Yeah, that's specifically child that the pay attention. Yeah, to be fair, this game does... no, I'm gonna have to come back for this. Let's do this first. I was like, oh, that's not even a job description. Right, he's like, I'll clock off in 5, man. That's somebody else's job. The footprints have been revealed. Yeah, it would be cool if it had a little bit more to it, right? Yeah, not gonna lie. But, you know, because to me, I look at this as like, it's pretty much a photo event, right? And I hate photo events. Well, I hate's a strong word. But it just feels like that with a little bit extra to it, right? Rather than just go stand there, take a picture of that fucking mountain or that tree. It's like, here you go, wash this shit. Which is to say, I can understand people not liking that. I do hope, like, you know where we've had, like, light mechanics with the spray gun as well, in terms of, like, the little, water wheels and stuff to unlock certain things and raise water levels, and I hope we do more of that. Like, one thing, you know, like, obviously we got utility wheels in a lot of games. I hope this gets filled with utility that's has this sort of interaction, like light puzzle platform type stuff. So I really do appreciate the sort of harks to more old school like platforming experiences. Neat handwriting that reads, cleaning work completed with help from participant. Note, Pantiles messed up the residential area for reasons currently unknown. Crooked handwriting that reads, the bird and bees are so mean, I just want to play with them. They're so mean, I want to play with them. Crooked handwriting that reads, Felby's poop is so hard to clean. I hate fell poop so much. Better bring salt next time. I shoot all the Felbys from the avenue. Granny's going to say I'm a good kid for this. Yanshin Bureau Academy area. Person in charge, work ID 402.
Oh.
If it's just a random open world task that is used for larger puzzles and such, then it will be fine, which might be the point. Testing for future implementation. Yeah. You're not wrong. It's not because isn't completely soaked. Wait, this is my work log. Judging from the handwriting of the latest entries, they've been written by someone as young as my grandkid. This is very odd. The beast whisperers don't actually admit children, just want to tell us is going on. Just keep following the stains. Bro, why is my ping just gone up to 243 milliseconds? Yeah, it was 243, what are you? 243 millisecond ping. Of course, thanks for helping. One more poop. More poop to clean. Well, I'm knackered, I am, you know. Very tired. Got a big gym session tomorrow as well. I need a shave as well, man. I really do. Rosie keeps moaning at me to have a shave. I really should. Looking like nobody owns me. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been paying attention to the little story that's attached to this. I have been skipping it, to be fair, so I haven't really picked up the references, I'm not gonna lie. I've been a dirty skipper. I have. And this shit is tougher to clean than the rest of the stuff, man. What the fuck? We do need some salt. Spray mode ended. Remaining fluids have been removed. All footprints lead there. Where's she going? She getting involved too? Yeah, I wish we got a better dash. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we got a better dash for Rossi. He deserves a better dash. Considering how mobile she is a character. Feels a bit like, a little bit weak, you know. Feels a little bit weak. Most importantly, she just pays. If you pay attention, she just she's just a crazy old lady who thinks everything on TV is real. Sounds like some real life people, you know. Here's for the moolah, love. Appreciate it. Actually, I better just run in there. So just get those odd little micro shutters every now and again. To read dash cancel. Oh, does she? Yeah, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by a standard dash though. Oh, okay. Yeah, Helligas is still the best. Still the best. Could have had Rossi run on all fours like that one cutscene in the purple tart. Yeah, or just like a arrow roll or something like, you know what I mean? Just something a bit, she's got a bit of agility off. The character she is, who she is, where, her race, the connections, the wolf pack, all that sort of stuff. It's like, and she's got like a bigger step. Pretty much a dash. I do like her, yeah. I do like her, a little, skip animation though. It's cute. I just find exploring this game so pleasant. Like really, at the minute, oh shit, I've got two great games in that regard. I've got fucking Crimson Desert and this, that like, I actually genuinely have a really good time just exploring, you know, just casually exploring, minding my own business. Come on here. Oh, that was going to take me to somewhere. That's a shame. Those things are cute as well. Yeah, Helliga's the one, man. The fuck is that? I don't think I've seen one of them before. Dude, that's a cool looking bird, man. I don't think I've seen none of them before, or I've paid attention. What the fuck? Those got majestic eyebrows. If duck-like creatures could have eyebrows. They're pretty badass. Honestly, I do wish a bit to a full Tang Tang instead of Rossi, especially since I have Gilberta. To be fair, you don't need Gilberta for Rossi. Like, I'm running this squad at the minute, and it seems to do all right. Like, I'm no sweater, and I've cleared all the content. I've still got 2 trims to do for the Angoloi. You know, I've got these two trims left to do, the Traglos and the Angoloi. And to be fair, I did all my trims before Rossi actually, and this isn't even a full built squad, and he does all right. I got Tang Tang as well. I got lucky. People were like, do a cheeky temple. And I did, and I got her, which was fucking sweet. And she's really viable in a bunch of teams, Rossi is. Really happy about it. I think she's a really good character to get, to be fair. No needing for Gilberta, she's just great with literally any single character that applies an art affliction, the rest will be physical, easy team, yeah. Get across there. Ooh. Yeah, great character design. Guessing there's one up top, yeah.
Something important lies over there.
It's there.
I'm having them opposite. What's that? You told me what? Sorry. You could literally run the basic Enmin, Chen, like with Rossi. Play pretty well. Yeah, I tried that as well, actually. It's alright. I just think, yeah, she's great for infliction as well. Just say any sort of infliction and vulnerability, and you're good to go, ain't you? What's the fucking last one? Gotta be close. Down on the deck, is he? I'm blind. Ah, that is. Oh, the temple. Yeah. That was what you mean. What meant then? I was like, what do you mean? The fucking hell's the steps sticking up here? Get this one on here. Started running Park Rossi, Japan, and Akakori. It's been very fun. Yeah, I need to build my Japan actually. I did have fun using him in the what the fuck? Beta, yeah, I built him. Bad influence along with a donation from a certain Lappy fan. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I'm actually, hey, look, it was a super lucky pull, right? So, can't even be mad about it, really. I thought I'd fuck that then. Yeah, Rossi's really fun to play as well. Got these two left to do. Where am you lot looking? Hit the weapon falls. The law. Or do you just... Where are you actually looking at to get these bits of lore and stuff? Was it on the weapons? Where am I looking at for all these little tidbits at you guys? Oh, the characters in the operator problem. But weren't you guys on about stuff, other stuff as well? Oh, is it just in the operators stuff? Okay. The profile. I need to do a trust. I actually need to do a trust. Alright, boys, you're still sitting on a pretty major pool zone. We're cooking for when our Zhang fan comes and me foo. I just don't trust you get a lot of lore. Yeah, I need to do it. Is she actually in the Dijiang, Rossi? Because last time I went there, I couldn't fucking find her. Damn, this amount of remaining pools is almost unfair. That way I'm looking though easy, yeah? All of it's interesting is hit and miss. You got a gift from me, Chen. How was Rossi's story? It's alright. It's alright. I liked it. It was short, very short, like very short. It was like, you know, I found it quite enjoyable. I think it was fun. You're not getting any like insane like lore or overly emotional. What's it? Well, it's a pleasant little story.
They should take extra precautions and avoid these repair-related accidents. In each gravity mines. How do these plants float in midair?
Let me have a look.
Original will carve a path for us.
Click into a weapon. Or what? Go into the file. Go into the profile and then.
Still waiting for something?
Oh, is it not Momo? I didn't even know about that. Oh. What details? What? Okay. Yeah, that is very easy to miss. Is this what we're talking about? Wasn't as bad as Gilbertus in my opinion, but it's not anything like Levitating. Definitely hope they give us more. Yeah, like for me, I'm hopeful, which this is like a plea to me. I hope the companion quests get better right. But I'd also hope that some of the first ones we get that can be kind of fixed potentially with those units being involved in main content at a later date when potentially maybe they're involved with story. I don't know. A lot of these games 1.0 characters get left to the wayside, which kind of makes sense because you have a lot of characters to start the game off and sometimes some of them just get dropped in terms of importance and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna have a read through all of this shit then. Definitely. See, I ain't got many weapons, because I ain't been doing much pulling, have I? But if Mifu and Zhuang get the next banners, we're gonna be pulling. We're gonna be pulling. Like we're sitting on back up to like 200 plus pulls again, ain't we? Wolfgar once said something like end chapter 1 or something, so I think they'll continue. The weapon stories are fun reads if you like sometimes cryptic lore reading. Yeah, I mean Weapon has terror lore on it. Oh, does he? Yeah, I'm gonna have a look through them. Now their banner has passed, it's time for new waifu. Sell. Yeah, I hope not. Hope not. Like, I'm okay with companion quests kind of being like, hey, here's a companion quest, new character, blah blah blah. Even if they're not part of the main story, keep it like that, and then intertwine them at later dates. You know, fulfill I'm okay with companion quests kind of being left. But it's like, wait a minute, what about this, and this, and then that gets filled into later dates. I think that would slap personally. I think it would slap. But right, boys, I'm gonna call it there. I will be back tomorrow. We'll start chapter 13. So if you want to come and watch the continuation of the adventure, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We'll start chapter 13. We'll see if we can do it E1. We'll see what news come in. We'll see what the story's got to offer us. And yeah, man, I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, chapter 13 tomorrow. I don't know if we'll double dip. We might, but I'm not going to promise anything. And then I'll be live over the weekend as well. All right, guys, I'll be live over the weekend as well. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, catch you later. Get off.